Here comes a 2-2 home. Swung on a miss. Strike 3. 9 strikeouts for Zach Iverson. This kid is ridiculous out there on the mound.
The pitch from Couch, line drive deep down the line in left field, back at the wall, and this game is tied. It is out of here.
That ball is roped out into left field. It is deep, and it will get out of here for a homer. Daniel Cruz flips the bat. His second home run on the season.
First pitch, line drive out into right field, and that will do it. Rounding third and heading for home is Ty Grinberger. It's a walk-off RBI single for Phil Glasser, and the Copperheads win the ball game.
Copperheads Baseball is presented by Ohio Health and by Ambassador Laundry, Athens Chambers of Commerce, Athens County Convention and Visitors Bureau, The Cat's Eye, Classic Brands, Donato's Pizza, Dan Inman Electric, Echoing Hills, Edward Jones, Fall Green Moretime, Holiday Inn Express, Jackie O's, Kona Ice, Rocky Brands, Stephanie Wood and Ohio Realty, Shauna Stump, Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh, Union Street Diner, Ohio University Credit Union, and Wendy's.
Live from Richmond, Indiana, it's Game 2 of this 3-game pivotal series between the Southern Ohio Copperheads and the Richmond Jazz. Copperheads, well, step 1 is completed in the ball game yesterday. They won 8-6 on the heels of a 2-run homer from Sebastian Fabic in the top of the 9th inning that gave the team the lead. Carter Cross came in and slammed the door for the save. And the Copperheads are now just 2 more victories away from earning themselves a playoff spot in the GLSCL. Hello and welcome into the broadcast. I'm Joey Medora alongside Connor Mills. And Connor, well, as I just mentioned, Copperheads step 1 is complete. 2 more games left against this team. You win them both, you guarantee yourself a playoff spot. You lose one, you're going to need a little bit of help.
Yeah, lose one, going to need a little help is right. And for the Copperheads, well, it's at the end of the year. It's that time where across summer ball, kids are thinking, all right, well, it might be time to go home. Who knows? But the Copperheads are playing for something. They're still playing for that postseason spot. You know, all minds are focused on that. And if they get in, anything can happen. But it's just about staying focused during these last 2 games, take care of business against the Richmond Jazz, and see where the chips fall.
Well, the Richmond Jazz are one of those teams that don't really have too much to play for except the fact that they could play spoiler to the Southern Ohio Copperheads and end their season as the Jazz sit at the bottom of the GLSCL South Division at 14-25. Obviously eliminated from playoff contention, but the Copperheads right there, just a half game back of the second place team, the Cincinnati Steam, who are 23-17, Copperheads 22-17 on the year. Licking County, of course, in first place at 24-16. Those 2 teams square off at 7:05 as we will be bringing you updates to that Steam and Settlers game, as that has big implications on the Copperheads' season moving forward. But right here in Richmond, Indiana, Copperheads will look for their second victory. It will go a long way to helping them try to clinch a playoff spot and continue to play on throughout the week and maybe into next week if they can make a run in the postseason. When we return right here on the Copperheads Media Network, we'll have lineups and first pitch after the national anthem. You're listening to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic Brands, Budweiser, and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home and a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmortine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi, in addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens. Live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is so much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit, and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richmond Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood with Ohio Realty. She will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region, Snyder, Fuller & Stroh is focused on helping our clients secure their financial future. What's your plan? Give us a call at 594-8385.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
Moments away from the first pitch here in Richmond, Indiana, but first Connor Mills will run us through starting lineups for both teams.
I'll take you through the Southern Ohio Copperheads first. Zach Iverson will lead things off after a day on the mound yesterday. Iverson, the designated hitter, following him. Batting second at third base, Daniel Cruz. In left field today, Sebastian Fabic, he bats third. Batting fourth is Tanner Glass at first base. Scott Combs behind the plate, he's batting fifth. Phil Glasser batting sixth at shortstop. Kyle Gammon making back-to-back starts at second base. Gammon with a 3-for-4 day, the Dan Inman Electric Player of the Game. He had a big day yesterday. Batting eighth, Reese Trahey out in right field, and Lucas Nasanti in center field. On the mound for the Southern Ohio Copperheads, Jacob Ladley. Moving on over to the Richmond Jazz. For the Richmond Jazz, leading things off, Zach Giroux at short. Jake Burlingame in center field. He bats second. Batting Zachary Steitler, the designated hitter. Batting eighth, Austin Hatfield, and Noah Suarez at second base. On the mound for the Richmond Jazz, Nicholas Carrizales.
Well, Nicholas Carrizales on the season is 0-2 with a 5.47 ERA in 8 games, this being his 9th. 4 from being starts. Has started against the Copperheads earlier this season, went 3 2/3. In a losing effort for his team, they lost 9-1. Went 3 2/3, 5 runs given up, all of them earned, 5 hits, 10 walks, and 3 strikeouts. As the Copperheads will look to jump on the Jazz early. They fell behind 4-0 in the ball game yesterday after the first 4 innings, had to battle back, didn't pick up their first hit until the 4th inning, but eventually rallied. And as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, a 2-run homer off the bat of Sebastian Fabic earned the victory for the Copperheads 8-6. As they'll look for a similar result today to keep the playoff hopes alive for this team this summer, as will be Zach Iverson leading off the ball game for the Copperheads. Iverson did not bat in yesterday's game. Side corner, Iverson down in the count, 0-1 to open up the ball game.
Iverson did not have his best stuff on the mound yesterday, but he fought through it, giving the Copperheads some quality innings, put him in a position to win.
The 0-1 from Carrizales misses high and outside for a ball, evens up the count at 1 to the Copperheads. Leadoff batter Iverson is the DH in tonight's ball game. As went hitless in his last 2 appearances at the plate. 1-1 pitch into Iverson is swung on and missed. Took something off it. Did Carrizales, got Iverson out in front. 1-2 the count now. But Iverson back in that Licking County Settlers series, 2 for 11. Looking to get off the schneid a bit. 1-2 pitch in from Carrizales will be a breaking ball. Misses outside for a ball. Evens up the count at 2. But the Copperheads come in just a half game behind the Cincinnati Steam in second place in the GLSCL South Division. Top 2 teams from each of the divisions make the playoffs. So right now the Copperheads are on the outside looking in. It's a 2-2 pitch. Is swung on and missed in the dirt by Iverson. Tag applied by the catcher Neighbors. And the leadoff batter is retired via the punch-out, 1 away in the top of the first.
Good pitch from Carrizales. Got Iverson swinging in a ball in the dirt. Ball looked good until the end.
Well, with that, Daniel Cruz, the third baseman, will get his first at-bat in the ball game. As the first pitch from Carrizales into Cruz, misses inside for a ball, 1-0 the count. Cruz went 1 for 4 with a walk in the ball game yesterday, also stole a base. As Cruz had been swinging a hot bat, the average was down around 250 before this week, as the 1-0 pitch into Cruz catches the outside corner for a strike, 1-1 the count. But has since jumped all the way back up to 282. As it would be absolutely huge if Cruz could keep the bat hot throughout these last couple games and into the postseason if the Copperheads make it. 1-1 pitch is lofted out into center field. Center fielder taking a couple steps to his left. That's Burlingame out there. He makes a catch. First 2 Copperheads retired. And now Sebastian Fabic will get his first at-bat.
Well, a routine fly out to center field for Daniel Cruz. Cruz, he's a streaky hitter, but he's been on the up as of late. See what Cruz can do for the rest of the game.
Well, here was the hero in the ball game last night, Sebastian Fabic. As he was scuffling at the plate, took a 1 for 31 over the last several ball games as he swings at the first pitch and lines that one into the gap in left center field. No roll up the alley. Heading to second base is Sebastian Fabic. The throw will not be in time. Fabic has a stand-up 2-out double. Copperheads get their first hit and first base runner of the ball game. Double number 16 on the year for Fabic.
Well, Fabic has just been unbelievable to watch all season long. Yesterday's ball game, he hit that ball. I don't even know if it's landed yet. I mean, that ball was smacked over 411 on the, not even this field. It was smacked over another fence. But Fabic first pitch swing again. Great results. Hits a line drive, gets all the way back to the wall.
That home run in yesterday's game was his 4th on the year, which is now best on the team. He's also 3rd in the GLSCL in RBIs. He stands out on second. Tanner Glass due up next. First pitch into him, bounces in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. Neighbors. 1-0 left center field, heading over the center field of Burley game, and he can't get there. It falls down in the alley. Trotting into home is Sebastian Fabic. Stopping at first base is Tanner Glass with a 2-out RBI single. Copperheads up 1-0 on the Jazz.
Nice piece of hitting for Tanner Glass. Just drives it right where Fabic hit it before. Back-to-back base hits. Pays off well, and Copperheads again producing with 2 outs.
RBI number 10 for Tanner Glass on the year as Scott Combs will try to take the 2-out rally further here in this first inning. First pitch from Carrizales into Combs is swung through by Scott Combs. He was a little bit behind it. 0-1 the count to the Copperheads catcher as Combs had the night off last night. Comes in the ball game batting .316 with 24 hits. Only one of them being an extra base hit, 1 double. 13 RBIs. The 0-1 from Carrizales will come in at the knees of Scott Combs, and he's quickly down in the count. 0-2 with 2 away here in the top of the first. 1 run already in for the Copperheads and another one out there on first base.
Well, that's what the Copperheads have been missing all of the past 2 series. You know, haven't scored a lot of runs early in the ball game, but they get one here.
The 0-2 to Scott Combs. A swung on a miss, strike 3. Carrizales picks up his 2nd strikeout of the inning, but not before. A couple of back-to-back 2-out base hits, a double from Fabic, driven in by Tanner Glass on the single. Copperheads strike first, 1-0 as we head into the bottom of the first inning right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your adventure.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home and a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmortine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast. High-definition televisions in all the rooms.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
First time to bat for the Richmond Jazz here in the bottom of the first inning. Copperheads plated a run on the RBI single for Tanner Glass to make it a 1-0 lead. Tanner Glass's 10th RBI on the year. As will be Jacob Ladley getting the ball for the Copperheads in this one. Ladley joining the team just last week, has made 3 appearances this year, all in relief. His first pitch to Zach Charose misses outside for a ball, 1-0. But Ladley so far a 1-0 record and a 4.66 ERA in 6 innings pitched, as the 1-0 pitch is grounded towards the third baseman, Daniel Cruz. He fields it on the hop, throw over to first to the first baseman Tanner Glass in time, and the first batter Ladley faces in the game is retired, one away here in the bottom of the first.
Well, just a good piece of pitching and good way to start the ball game for Jacob Ladley. Pitch to contact. You don't need overpowering stuff here. Just get the outs of the defense work behind you. Try to maintain this lead. Get the bats back to the plate. Keep it going for the Copperheads.
Now Jake Burlingame, the lefty, will bat next. His first pitch. Seen from Ladley. Misses up high for a ball. 1-0 the count to him. As Burlingame took an 0 for 4 in the ball game yesterday with a couple of strikeouts. Was also hit by a pitch. 248 average on the summer for him. The 1-0 pitch is popped up left side, or actually back behind home plate. Scott Combs trying to locate it. He now will and reaches behind his head to make the catch. Nice recovery there from Combs as he couldn't find where it was at first, but then eventually locates it, make the catch. 2 away now in the bottom of the first.
It's just unbelievable watching him play, behind the plates. Combs does everything right defensively. Even if he doesn't locate the ball right away, just makes a tremendous play. Cat-like reflexes, just picks the ball up out of the air.
So Ryan Wickman will try to avoid the 1-2-3 inning for the Jazz here in the bottom of the first, as Wickman had a ball game yesterday, went 2 for 5 with a double and a couple of RBIs. As first pitch misses low and outside for a ball, 1-0. Wickman with a 289 average. Good for third on the team coming into the ball game, as the 1-0 pitch comes right down the heart of the plate for a strike. Evens up the count at 1. Ladley working out of the stretch. 1-1 pitch into Wickman. Rides high and inside for a ball. 2-1 the count now. But Ladley making his first start on the summer for the Copperheads, getting the nod from Coach Dunphy. 2-1 pitch swung on a line. Down the line in left field is hooking towards the line, and it will land just foul and bounce around the 323 sign as Wickman gave that one a ride but just couldn't keep it fair. 2-2 count now.
Yeah, just got right out ahead of that one. That ball had a double written all over it, but luckily for Ladley, it goes left of the line, down and left. Lands foul, and just put that one out of your mind.
All it will be is a long strike for Ryan Wickman, as he'll have to battle now. Count even at 2-2 with 2 away in the bottom of the first. Copperheads lead at 1-0 here in Richmond, Indiana. As Ladley stares in to the catcher Combs. Now he comes set. Here comes a 2-2 home to Ryan Wickman. It will be called strike 3 on the outside corner. So after the long foul ball, Ladley freezes him on a pitch on the outside corner for his first strike out of the ball game. 3 up, 3 down inning in the bottom of the first for the Richmond Jazz, heading top 2. Copperheads still lead at 1-0 right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmortine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and...
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Top of the second inning, Copperheads still lead at 1-0. Looking to pick up a victory. It will be a big one for them, as if they sweep the Richmond Jazz can guarantee themselves a playoff spot. First pitch into Phil Glasser is grounded towards the first baseman, Steffen. He'll flip it to the pitcher covering, and the throw is just in time as Carrizales able to win the race with Phil Glasser. It was actually Hatfield over there at first base. The leadoff man retired here in the top of the second.
That was a play that I believe Hatfield could have made it to the bag himself, but didn't want to try to win a foot race with Phil Glasser. Flips it over to Carrizales, who is correctly covering. Good all-around play for the Richmond Jazz.
So now with Glasser retired, here comes the first pitch taken up high for a ball, 1-0 to Kyle Gammon. And Gammon had a bit of a breakout game for the Copperheads yesterday, getting the start in back-to-back games for the first time this season. 1-0 pitch misses up high for a ball, 2-0. But Gammon yesterday 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and an RBI, including an RBI double that gave the Copperheads a lead in the top of the 8th. They eventually gave it up in the bottom of the inning. But Gammon earned player of the game honors as 2-0 pitch. It's a called strike at the knees to Gammon. 2-1 the count now. As with the game yesterday, Gammon's average in a small sample size is now up to 308. As the 2-1 pitch comes in at the knees again, Gammon thought it was a little bit low, but a called strike evens up the count at 2. As Carrizales out of the windup, 2-2 home into Gammon. It's breaking ball, misses inside, and Kyle Gammon will work a full count here with 1 away in the top of the second.
Good eye for Kyle Gammon, a breaking ball that was left high and inside, but once you see that break, I think that might drop into the strike zone, but just stayed high. Good take.
The payoff pitch home to Gammon, swung on and grounded towards the shortstop. He feeds it on the backhand. Long throw over to first base is not in time to retire Kyle Gammon by a step. Bang, bang play over there at first. Nice range shown by the shortstop, Jaros, to throw out Kyle Gammon. 2 away now in the top of the second.
Very close play at first base. Hatfield with the nice stretch to get Gammon just by a step. But Gammon showing off the speed, running up the baseline.
So now Reese Trahey will enter the batter's box after getting a day off yesterday. Came in as a defensive replacement in the 9th inning yesterday. That's the only action that he saw. First pitch from Carrizales misses high and outside for a ball, 1-0. But Trahey this summer, a .288 average, as we've seen him play all over the field for the Copperheads. As he swings at the 1-0 pitch, fouls it out of play down the left field line, evens up the count at 1. But Trahey, we've seen him in right field, we've seen him in second base, first base. He's even done a little bit of pitching this summer. But a .288 average, 30 hits, 6 doubles, a triple, 12 RBIs. Here comes a 1-1 pitch, another breaking ball, misses up high. 2-1 the count now to Trahey. As the other game important for the Copperheads, the Licking County Sellers and the Cincinnati Steam, has been delayed due to rain. So we'll see if they'll be able to get that game out in Newark. As 2-1 pitch is swung on by Trahey, fouled down the third base line. Running over is the third baseman Roberts, but he'll run out of room. Ball gets out of play. Count will run even at 2-2 to Reese Trahey.
There's a lot of ground in foul territory. When Daniel Cruz was playing third yesterday, had a chance at the ball, but bullpen is also part of that foul territory, so just ran into the bullpen area. Went up the pitching mound, couldn't catch the foul ball. But a lot of room there, and just Roberts ran out of it.
Carrizales looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Here comes a 2-2 home into Trahey. Trahey swings and hits it deep out into right field. Heading back is the right fielder, Antle, and he will make the catch in the alley to retire the side. Trahey puts good wood on that pitch, but it's unable to find the gap. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning in the top of the second. We head bottom 2, still a 1-0 lead for the Copperheads. As the Jazz coming up the bat right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
It happens. Live the life. Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, Uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio. Uptown. Learn more at jackios.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the Tap Room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is so much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Middle of the order due up here for the Jazz in the bottom of the second, as in the first inning, Jacob Ladley set down the side in order, 1-2-3, looking for more of the same as he's pitching with a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. Aaron Roberts leading off for the Richmond Jazz. As the first pitch into him from Ladley is swung on and flied out into right field down the line. Reese Trahey running after it, and it will fall down in foul territory. As it was hit a long way by Roberts, but pulled it foul. Trahey looked like he might have had a shot at it, but just ran out of room. 0-1 the count.
Yeah, again, just ran out of room. A lot of foul territory on both sides of the fields. A little shorter fence out in right field, but Trahey running over, just couldn't get there.
Eric Roberts out of the University of Evansville, batting .261 for the Jazz this summer. The 0-1 pitch into him, a swung on and hit in the shallow right center field, and that will fall in for the Jazz's first base hit of the ball game. Right fielder Trahey picks it up, fires it back into the infield. But a soft single into right center field for Eric Roberts, leadoff man on in the bottom of the second.
Well, for Eric Roberts, picked up 3 hits in yesterday's ball game, got moved up in the lineup, and with good reason. This guy's been hitting in game 1 of the series. Play the hot hand. Picks up another hit here in the bottom of the second inning.
As with that, due up next is Hunter Neighbors, the catcher, catching in back-to-back ball games for the Jazz. As the first pitch into him from Ladley will catch the outside part of the plate for a strike, 0-1. As Hunter Neighbors out of the University of Alabama, Huntsville, batting .309 this summer, 21 hits, 3 of them extra bases, all doubles, 7 RBIs. The 0-1 pitch into him is swung on and flied out into shallow left field, and that one will fall in for a single. Heading over to it is a left fielder, Fabic. He will pick it up, fire it into third base. As back-to-back singles to lead off the bottom of the second for the Jazz, and they got 2 on and nobody out.
Neighbors was held hitless in yesterday's ball game when 0 for 5. It was the last out with runners on second and third in that crazy bottom of the 9th inning. But he was due for a hit, picks up a hit here in the second. Jazz go back-to-back.
So now first 2 hits of the ball game for the Jazz has runners on first and second with nobody out in the bottom of the second. Zach Stitler due up next. First pitch into him from Ladley, squares the bunt, gets it down the third baseline. Scott Combs will pick it up, fire it over to first. Not in time. So Stitler bunts it, didn't get too far away from the plate. Scott Combs picked it up and fired over to first, but the throw is just not in time as Stitler was trying to go for a sacrifice, but he'll get a bunt single and the bases are loaded now.
Well, field umpire Michael Ingram calling him safe just by a hair for Zachary Stitler. Listed as a catcher, but shows a lot of speed getting down to first base. Bunt wasn't great, but it did the job. Didn't go too far away from Scott Combs, but Combs had to take some time, get right on front of the plate, spin around and throw it to first. Nothing more that Combs could have done. Again, the bunt was, we'd like to see it a little bit more up the third base line, but whatever works.
As that was actually Cole Antle at the plate with the bunt single. Zach Stittler is now due up at the plate. The first pitch into him is swung on and grounded foul down the first base line. 0-1 the count. As on third base is Eric Roberts, on second Hunter Neighbors, and at first is Cole Antle. Bases loaded, nobody out. Bottom two, Copperheads holding on to a 1-0 lead, but the Jazz threatening here for a big inning as Zachary Stittler batting .281 this summer. For the Jazz out of Ohio Wesleyan University. 16 hits, 8 of them doubles, 12 RBIs, 11 strikeouts. As he did not play in the ball game yesterday, there's now an extended mound visit.
Well, Bradley Fisher, the home plate umpire, got hit with a foul ball by Zachary Stittler on the one pitch, and home plate umpire Bradley Fisher just taking some time trying to recuperate. Field umpire Michael Ingram called over the trainers just to take a look at him, and seems to be all right. He's standing up.
Not sure what they're really checking out on him right now. I did not see him get hit by the pitch.
Looked like it might have hit him in a high area. Could have been the head. Seems to be favoring just leaning over right there. But
well, it was a foul ball to Stittler for the first pitch. He's down 0-1. The bases are loaded. As we hope home plate umpire Brody Fisher is okay. As he continues to talk to the trainers. Looks like they're looking at something around his eye or something.
Yeah, something around the head, just to see. It might maybe some dirt got in his eye. I'm not really sure.
Well, he gets the mask from the plate umpire Michael Ingram, and it looks like he'll be okay to remain in the ball game as the trainer's heading back to the Richmond Jazz dugout. And Scott Combs will get another ball. 0-1 is the count to Stittler with the bases loaded and nobody out. Has 3 straight singles, 2 of them into the outfield and 1 a bunt single. Has loaded the bases for the Jazz here in the bottom of the second inning as they try to even this ball game up and perhaps take the lead for the first time. As Stittler, the first time these two teams faced, he took a 1 for 8 in that series with a double and a couple of RBIs as he swings at the 0-1 pitch and fouls it down the third baseline out of play. And Stittler is now down in the count, 0-2 to Jacob Ladley.
Exactly where Ladley wants to be right now with the bases loaded. Nothing better than getting a strikeout here in prime position to do so.
Ladley, a long look in. Now he'll come set at the belt. The 0-2 home is swung on a miss, strike 3. Big strikeout there for Ladley. Bases remain loaded. First out of the inning recorded here in the bottom of the second.
Nice breaking ball for Jacob Ladley. Catches Stittler out in front. 1, 2, 3. And he brings up the next batter.
That's his second strikeout so far in the ballgame. They'll bring up Austin Hatfield, who will look for a hit now with the bases loaded. As Hatfield had a good ball game yesterday, went 3 for 4 with a couple of RBI singles. First pitch into him from Ladley will catch the outside part of the plate for a strike, 0-1. As Hatfield coming into this ball game with a 4-game hitting streak. As the 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball again, catches the outside corner, and Hatfield quickly down 0-2.
Yeah, Hatfield had 2 RBI singles in yesterday's game, was a part of the offensive barrage, 8-6 ball game.
In his last 4 ball games, he's had 7 RBIs and has had 3 multi-hit games. Swinging a hot bat, 0-2 pitch. Good spot there from Ladley, but misses just outside for a ball. 1-2 the count now.
A perfect pitch from Jacob Ladley. A little bit outside, but a nice location. Call could have gone either way.
Bases still loaded here in the bottom of the second, 1 away. Copperheads clinging to that 1-0 lead. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. It's swung on and grounded to the shortstop, Phil Glasser. Will go on to second for 1. Back over to first is in time for the double play. So they load the bases with nobody out, and then Ladley gets a strikeout and rolls a double play to get out of the inning without giving up a run. Heading into the top of the third, Copperheads looking to add on to their 1-0 lead right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Rocky Brand is so much more than you think. Rocky Brand is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women, footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
It'll be 9-1-2 for the Copperheads. Here in the top of the third inning, still lead it 1-0 as they scored back in the first inning on an RBI single from Tanner Glass. It was his 10th RBI on the year. First pitch into Nasanti. He squares the bunt, but pulls it back, takes the pitch up high for a ball, 1-0. Nasanti was 0 for 3 in the ball game yesterday. Did have a sac fly, though, for his 15th RBI on the year as the 1-0 pitch into him misses inside for a ball. Now up in the count 2-0 on the season, batting .301. Has 28 hits, 4 doubles, 15 RBIs, along with 5 stolen bases. The 1-0 pitch from Nicholas Carrizales is swung on and grounded towards the first baseman Hatfield. He'll field it cleanly, take it to the bag himself for the out. And now the leadoff man is retired here in the top of the third. Lineup turns over for the Copperheads.
Nasanti trying to go opposite fields. Almost got it towards the hole, but playing off the line was Hatfield. Played it perfectly and made the out himself.
So now it'll be Zach Iverson. He punched out to open up the ball game. His first time up, one of 2 strikeouts for Carrizales so far. First pitch into him is swung on a rope down the line in right field, and will fall in for a base hit. Zach Iverson rounding first. That's where he'll stop as the throw comes into the second baseman, Noah Suarez. But Iverson has his first hit of the ball game, 3rd for the Copperheads so far, and a 1-out base runner.
First pitch Iverson sees, smacks it over the first baseman's Hatfield's head, and just gets it right down in right field. Good first pitch approach by Iverson. Copperheads with a 1-out base runner.
So that'll be Daniel Cruz. He flew out to center field his first time up, 0 for 1 in the ball game as first pitch into him, bounced in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Neighbors for a ball. 1-0 the count to Daniel Cruz. As a slight breeze coming through here in Richmond, Indiana. The 1-0 pitch swung on, grounded the shortstop, could be 2. Flip on to Suarez, the second for 1, back over to first in time for the double play. So the 1-out single doesn't amount to a whole lot. Daniel Cruz rolls into the tailor-made 6-4-3 double play, and the side's retired in the top of the third. Heading to the bottom of the third, Copperheads still up on the Richmond Jazz, 1-0 right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richmond Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood with Ohio Realty. She will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region, Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh is focused on helping our clients secure.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Well, Jacob Ladley looked to have a cleaner inning than the bottom of the second. He loaded the bases with nobody out, but then picked up a strikeout and a double play to get out of the inning unscathed. Copperheads still lead at 1-0. Will be 9-1-2 due up for the Jazz in this inning. Noah Suarez getting his first at-bat in this one. That's the first pitch he sees from Jacob Ladley. Misses up high for a ball, 1-0 the count. Suarez batting .273 this year. As 1-0 pitch swung on and popped up. Left side, heading back is the shortstop Phil Glasser, charging in the left fielder Fabic. Fabic will call off Glasser. Couple steps behind the shortstop position. So an easy fly out there to start off the bottom of the third, one away.
Yeah, almost a collision out in left center fields with Glasser moving all the way back. Fabic calling off late. But either one of them, sure hands that could, either one of them could have made the catch.
So lineup turns over now. Zach Jaros, who's 0 for 1 so far in the ball game. First pitch in from Ladley. He'll take it a little bit up high for a ball, 1-0. As in his first at-bat, it was a ground out to third base to open up the bottom of the first for the Jazz. 1-0 pitch in from Ladley, swung on, he fouls it off his shin, it looks like, and Jaros goes down in the box. As that one looked to hit him flesh in the shin, and now he'll limp around up the third baseline as he didn't have any protection down there. Count will be even at 1-1.
Yeah, just one of those things you have to walk off. It's going to hurt for a little bit, but shouldn't have done too much damage.
Joe Jaros trying to get the feeling back in his leg as he continues to limp around. Now the trainer for the Jazz will come out, but he seems to be giving them the okay.
Man, just before coming in here to McBride Stadium, took our first look at the fields, and the pitching mound and home plate area were drenched. It was soaked, didn't look good for starting the game on time. Only a 10-minute delay. The Richmond Jazz really did a nice job getting this field set up and ready to go.
Well, we did only have a 10-minute delay, as game that's still in a rain delay is over there in Newark, Ohio, Licking County. That's where their home field is, Don Edwards Stadium. Still in a rain delay with the Cincinnati Steam. But Jaros is okay, back in the box. 1-1 pitch, catches the outside corner for a strike. 1-2 the count now, as if the Copperheads were to lose one of these next two games of the Jazz, they would need the Cincinnati Steam to get swept by the Settlers to make the playoffs. 1-2 pitch, pop foul down the right field line, heading over is the first baseman Tanner Glass, but he will run out of room. Ball lands out of play. Count remains 1-2 to Jaros.
Good location from Ladley. He's been painting the outside corner over the past couple batters and has got that pitch working.
Has 3 hits aside so far through the first 2+ innings. Copperheads only team to crack the scoreboard though, 1-0. As now the 1-2 pitch will come home to Jaros, who swings on it and grounds it towards Kyle Gammon at second base. He fields it, throws it over to first to retire Zach Jaros fairly easily. It looks like he's still limping a little bit from that ball that hit him in the batter's box. But he's retired. He's now 0 for 2 on the day. 2 away now in the bottom of the third.
It'll take a little time for him to walk that off. It might not feel entirely better until the morning tomorrow. I'll just try to fight through it today until he can rest it.
That'll be Jake Burlingame, who comes into the at-bat 0 for 1 as he popped up to the catcher. His first time up. First pitch into him misses in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. With Jacob Ladley trying to get through his third shutout inning in his first start on the season for the team, as Ladley is from Piedmont College. His longest outing for the team this year is 3 innings. 1-0 pitch again bounces in the dirt, and Burlingame will be up in the count 2-0. So we'll see just how long his leash is in this one.
Well, going off of the MO from Austin Dunphy. Dunphy really hasn't had a full bullpen to work with all season long. He's been leaving the pitchers, the starters out there for longer outings. Expect Ladley to go longer than 3, maybe around 5-6 today.
2-0 pitch is swung on and ripped foul down the first baseline by Burlingame, way out in front of that one. Count runs at 2-1.
Yeah, definitely expect Ladley to be out there to at least the fourth, fifth inning.
As Ladley now coming set, working out of the stretch as he has throughout the ballgame. 2-1 pitch misses up high to Burlingame. Count runs at 3-1. Now Ladley trying to avoid walking his first batter. As will be a 3-1 pitch into Burlingame. Here comes Ladley to the plate. Took something off that one, gets Burlingame out in front of it. Now run the count full with 2 outs.
Just a nice pitch from Ladley. Good little changeup. Like you said, Burlingame was expecting fastball, down 3-1. Got the changeup and located it perfectly.
Now it'll be a payoff pitch in the Burlingame, trying to keep this inning alive for the Richmond Jazz. Ladley trying to get through. Footwear and apparel market with over 15 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit, and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
Back inside McBride Stadium here in Richmond, Indiana, where the Southern Ohio Copperheads have a 1-0 lead over the Richmond Jazz. Leading things off, Sebastian Fabic for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Fabic led, well, he had 2 outs in the top of the first inning when he laced a double down the alley out in left center fields. Then came around to score on the Tanner Glass RBI single. First pitch to Fabic in the zone for a call and strike, 0-1. And Fabic got the batting average back up to 346. Dipped down below 340 yesterday, but back up today. 1-0 pitch misses low and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, it was a real good swing by Fabic his last time up, picking up where he left off in that 9th inning home run when he hit that moon shot out to left field, but put a real good swing on the ball, hit it out into the alley to spark an eventual 2-out rally as Tanner Glass drove him in.
Nicholas Carrizales from the windup is set ready. 1-1 pitch taken low and bounces in the left-handed batter's batting box. 2 balls and 1 strike with nobody out here on the top of the 4th inning. Copperheads 1, Jazz nothing. Sunshine beginning to shine through here in Richmond, Indiana. 2-1 pitch from Carrizales in the zone for a called strike. Good located pitch. Counters even at 2-2.
Yeah, you got to be encouraged for Coach Dunphy as you're trying to make a playoff push here. That's when you want your players to start playing their best, as Fabic started to fall off a little bit, but watching his last 2 at-bats, you got to think he's right back on it.
2-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses low. Bounces into the catcher Neighbors. Counters run full to the leadoff batter here on the top of the 4th, and Sebastian Fabic. Fabic been starting in the outfield, but making a start today out in left. Payoff pitch from Carrizales, swung on, line drive over the leaping glove of the third baseman Robertson down the line in left field. Taking a third is Sebastian Fabic, and he's going for it. The ball is thrown just ahead of him, but not being able to be handled by the second baseman Suarez as the ball was behind second base. It's a leadoff double for Sebastian Fabic. Back-to-back doubles, picks up double number 17 on the season.
Yeah, nice job there as Carrizales tried to mix it up on that full count pitch, went to an off-speed pitch, but Fabic jumped on it, yanks it down the left field line, and seeing that the left fielder Wickman was playing so far off the line, Fabic was able to take a big turn and head into second to get himself into scoring position with nobody out as the Copperheads trying to add on to this lead.
Tanner Glass at the plate. Glass with an RBI single his last time up. First pitch bounces in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Fabic on second base, leadoff double. Carrizales. Turf. A good block by the catcher Neighbors. 2 balls and no strikes. It was Fabic who had a 2-out double in the first. Glass drove him home. They'll look to have a little deja vu here in the top of the 4th inning. Carrizales comes set. A check back to Fabic. Pitch to Glass, misses high and inside. 3 straight balls to Tanner Glass with nobody out.
Looks like Carrizales being a little careful. Of course, he has first base open, could set up a double play, but doesn't want the same result as Glass had his last time when he ripped that single into left center field.
3 balls, no strikes. Carrizales' pitch. It hits Tanner Glass. So Tanner Glass just gets hit. Now he checks on his wrist, kind of looks at it. Walks back and maybe something fell off. It looks like the elbow guard fell off when he was hit by the pitch. Same thing as ball 4, except this one's a little bit more painful for Tanner Glass. Nonetheless, runners on first and second base with nobody out here in the top of the 4th inning for the Southern Ohio Copperheads.
Yeah, not much Glass could do to get out of the way of that one as fastball ran in quick on him. Cuts him right around the bicep area, looked like. But he'll definitely take that empty base over there first. Now see if Coach Dunphy will opt to play a little small ball here with a sacrifice, or if he wants to let his catcher Scott Combs swing away.
Well, Scott Combs, a catcher batting .312, has done really well behind the plate defensively, but even better at the plate. Has 13 RBIs on the season. A chance for 14 or more if he swings a bat. Would be a sacrifice bunt opportunity here as well, with runners on first and second base with nobody out. Scott Combs digs in, swings a bat a little bit, and rests it on his shoulder. First pitch from Carrizales. No indication from Scott Combs after 4 straight balls from Carrizales. In comes ball number 5, 1 ball, no strikes. One on the count. Big hole on the left side for Scott Combs. Shortstop hanging around second base. Shortstop Giroux, as well as another hole on the right side in the infield. Suarez also near Sebastian Fabic at second. 1-0 pitch. Line drive deep out into right center field. Ranging over is a center fielder, but it'll be the right fielder Cole Antle who makes a catch. The throw, it's a good one, taken on a hop at third base to Eric Roberts. Does not get Sebastian Fabik, but a strong throw from Cole Antle in right. First down recorded. Runners at the corners for the Southern Ohio Copperheads.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do if you're Scott Combs. I mean, it's not a sack bunt. It will count against his average, but he hits that ball deep out in the right field. And Fabik tags up and heads up from glass, realizing that the throw was going to go all the way to third and not get cut off. So he takes second as well. And now you got two in scoring position with just one out.
Tanner Glass also did advance to second base. So it's second and third with one out here in the top of the fourth inning. Copperheads leading only by one. First pitch to Phil Glasser, swung on and fouled off towards the left side and out of play. Glasser today 0 for 1, grounded out to first base to lead things off in the top of the second. He bats in here with runners on second and third. Fabik, who had the double, is on third base. Tanner Glass was hit by a pitch. He's on second. Combs advanced him on the fly ball to right. And Phil Glasser at the plate. 0-1 pitch, misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Now, if you're Glasser, you'll take another fly ball here to try to get another run in. Obviously, you want to try to get more as you have two in scoring position with less than 2 outs. But all Glasser wants to try to do is lift the ball somewhere into the outfield.
1-1 the count, 1 out, 2 runners in scoring position. Carrizales looks at Fabik at third, delivers a 1-1 pitch inside. Glasser's ahead in the count, 2-1. Copperheads with a 1-0 lead, jumping on the Richmond Jazz early in today's game in the top of the first. Look to tack on here. 2-1 pitch, misses outside. 3 balls and 1 strike.
You got to be licking your chops. If you're Phil Glasser at the plate here, 3-1 count, got to be expecting you're going to get a fastball somewhere in the strike zone. So you've got to get a pitch you like and take a big rip at it. Try to add 2 more runs to this lead.
Carrizales from the stretch, the 3-1. Taking on the outside corner for a called strike. Counters run full to Phil Glasser.
And not the end of the world there, as didn't get a pitch that he liked, so he took it on the outside part of the plate for a strike. Still have another one to work with, as we know Glasser, very tough to strike out up there at the plate, handles the bat very well.
Payoff pitch, swung on and fouled off towards the left side, and again out of play. It's a full count, 3-2 with 1 out here in the top of the fourth inning. Copperheads 1, Richmond Jazz 0. Copperheads with 2 wins against the Jazz. Already picked up a Game 1 win, but with 2 would find themselves in second place in the GLSCL. 3-2 pitch, misses low. Good block by the catcher Neighbors. It's a full count walk issued to Phil Glasser. Bases loaded with 1 out, and Kyle Gammon at the plate.
That's a huge block there from Neighbors, as sometimes those pitches can get away from the catcher. With the walk being issued, Fabik could have trotted home. A lot of room behind home plate here at Richmond's field. But a good at-bat work there by Glasser. Now the bases are loaded for the guy who had one of the best days at the plate yesterday, Gammon.
Well, Kyle Gammon today 0 for 1 with a ground out to short. First pitch swing, fouls it straight back and over near the Richmond Jazz dugout, 0-1. And for Kyle Gammon, 3 for 4 in yesterday's ball game. Big part on the Copperheads' comeback victory over the Richmond Jazz. Bases loaded, top of the fourth inning with 1 out. Third base, Sebastian Fabik on second, Tanner Glass, and with the walk, Phil Glasser, he's on first. 0-1 pitch to Gammon, swung on and another foul ball, this time straight back over the press box, 0-2.
Yeah, Gammon just a little bit behind. That fastball from Carrizales going to have to try to choke up and put this ball in play. Don't want to strike out with the bases loaded. Want to try to put the ball in play. That's how you make things happen in this game.
0-2 count. Carrizales. A look over to third. Now to the plate. 0-2 pitch. Swung on. Ground ball over towards the second baseman Suarez. Underhand toss to short for 1. The toss over to first in time. Double play. 4-6-3 double play here in the top of the fourth. Erases a bases loaded jam for the Richmond Jazz. However, the Southern Ohio Copperheads still have a 1-0 lead over the Jazz. We head to the home half of the fourth inning. Copperheads up by 1. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Ball Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.ballgreenmortine.com.
You will be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with the free complimentary breakfast, high-definition television in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi. In addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens, live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility, lunch specials.
Hi, I'm Zion Avery. I go to Ohio University. I'm first baseman catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to Copperhead Network.
Bottom of the fourth inning here at McBride Stadium. Copperheads with a 1-0 lead over the Richmond Jazz as Ryan Wickman will stand in at the plate. Wickman today 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Struck out looking to Jacob Ladley his first time up. First pitch high and inside for ball one. But for Ryan Wickman, batting .287, 18 RBIs on the season. 1-0 pitch swung on, lifted out into the outfield towards the right side. Right fielder Reese Trahey has it, makes one-hand grab, and first out recorded here in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, despite that second inning, Ladley very effective out there on the mound, throwing a lot of strikes, getting them to pop the ball up a lot, as he's only thrown 35 pitches through his first 3 1/3 inning, and, you know, pitchers kind of try to hover around 15 an inning, but he's well below that right now. Just working pretty fast and been very effective.
Giving himself a chance. At the plate, Eric Roberts. Roberts led things off, giving trouble to Jacob Ladley. First pitch misses for a ball, 1-0. But it was Roberts, Neighbors, and Antle with back-to-back-to-back hits. The only hits in the ball game against Jacob Ladley. Second pitch in for a called strike, 1-1. But 4, 5, and 6 are the only batters so far that have given Jacob Ladley some trouble. And then a double play helped him get out of that inning. 1-1 pitch lifted out into shallow center field. Actually, it stays in the infield. Making the call is the shortstop, Phil Glasser, as Lucas Nasanti stops by, says hello to Glasser. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, as you mentioned, looked like it was going into the outfield, but kind of just died there in the infield. Nice job by Glasser. Range over behind second base and make the catch as Ladley continues to set guys down quickly as we work through this fourth inning.
2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Then at the plate, Hunter Neighbors. Neighbors 1 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch to Neighbors misses for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Neighbors had a line drive hit down the line in left field. Could only go to first as Eric Roberts was ahead of him. 2 balls now and no strikes. Neighbors back-to-back days that he's catching, a .319 average. 2-0 pitch, a slow ground ball right back to the pitcher. Ladley doesn't get it with his glove. The throw to first, not in time. Ball rolls all the way out into right field, taking his Reese Trahey down the line in foul territory. It would have been a 1-2-3 inning, but an error by the pitcher, Jacob Ladley, extends the inning. Tried to glove the slow roller. Ball virtually stopped by time it reached Ladley. He instead went for the glove and just missed it.
Yeah, kind of nonchalant as it looked like it'd be an easy out number 3, but just tips off the glove and then kind of compounds the error there by making a bad throw over to first, allowing Neighbors get all the way out to second. Now a base hit could possibly score him, but you just got to put that one out of your mind and continue to try to deal strikes.
Well, 2 outs are still on the board here in the bottom of the 4th. Ladley's first pitch to the batter, Cole Antle, swung on and fouled off at the plate. 0-1. Antle had the bunt that didn't go too far, but did a job. Scott Combs couldn't get him running to first. It was an infield bunt single for Antle, his last time up, 1 for 1. On second base, Hunter Neighbors with the error by the pitcher, Jacob Ladley. 0-1 the count. Ladley checking on Neighbors. And now delivers to the plate. The 0-1 swung on a missed. Ball a little low, almost bounces in the dirt. Ladley a nice pitch, gets Antle swinging. Jacob Ladley's now ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, not a lot of hard contact against Ladley either. I mean, the 3 hits, but both of them were kind of soft singles in the outfield and a bunt single. And then that runner reached base on a ground in the infield, so.
Just getting a piece, hitting it off the end of the bat is Cole Antle. Stays live at the plate, 0-2.
He's doing a great job keeping these hitters off balance, not allow them to barrel up the ball.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Copperheads 1, Richmond Jazz 0. Jazz, all their hits coming in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Antle has one of them. 0-2 pitch taken outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hunter Neighbors on second with the error. Count is at 1-2. Ladley comes set. Glove at the waist. A look back to second base at Hunter Neighbors, and now a step off the mound. Neighbors with a sort of large lead for the catcher. No one covering him. Shortstop Glasser's in his regular position, as is Kyle Gammon. 1-2 pitch to the plate, bounces in the dirt, picked by the catcher Combs. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Seems to be the location that it's being favored against Antle here, that low and outside corner, as he just held on to that one a little bit too long, bouncing in the dirt. Easy pitch to take there for Antle. Ladley's got to find the right spot here.
2-2 count with 2 outs. Copperheads 1, Jazz 0. Ladley trying to get this out right here. The 2-2 swung on, a line drive right to Phil Glasser, taking on a hop. He has it, the throw across to first. The stretch from the first baseman, Tanner Glass, to get the 3rd out in the bottom of the 4th. It was a hard hit ball by Cole Antle. Phil Glasser with the defense to remain and keep the score at 1-0 in favor of Southern Ohio. We'll be back in the top of the 5th right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are proud supporters of Copperheads baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Ball Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Austin Dunphy's Copperheads have a 1-0 lead here in the top of the 5th inning. Copperheads scoring their one run off of a double by Sebastian Fabic, and then Tanner Glass hit him in that top of the first. At the plate, Reese Trahey, first pitch bounces well in front of him, 1-0. Trahey on the day 0 for 1 with the fly out to right field. Drove it deep, but just not deep enough. 1-0 the count. Remaining on the mound is Nicholas Carrizales. Time was called. No pitch. 1-0 the count remains.
And Carrizales so far has had a much more successful start than his first time around against the Copperheads.
1-0 pitch misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes.
As he gave up 5 runs in just 3 innings when the Copperheads beat the Jazz 9-1 back at the beginning of the year, but has settled in since that first inning. It's been dealing to the Copperheads so far.
2-0 pitch misses low at the feet of Reese Trahey. 3 straight balls to Trahey to begin things here in the top of the 5th inning. For the Copperheads, lost 2 games in the first series at Bob Brent Stadium to the Richmond Jazz. But since then, the Copperheads going into interdivision play have done well. Then back in conference, have won the majority of their games in the Southern Division. As the 3-0 pitch taken outside, ball 4. Reese Trahey on first base with a leadoff walk here in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, didn't really see any pitch close to hit, so nice job by Trahey, not trying to do too much. Takes the 4 balls easily, and just an update on that Steam and Lincoln County game. It has since started. It is the bottom of the first inning, still no score between those 2 teams.
Copperheads would hope that Lincoln County Settlers sweep, that a little relief could fall upon them, but that won't happen until tomorrow. First pitch misses to a ball for Lucas Nasanti. Nasanti grounded out to first his first time up, 0 for 1.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Nasanti bunt here, considering he does that pretty well. He's also quick out of the right-handed box, so it could become a base hit, but see if the Copperheads might try to move a runner in the scoring position with less than 2 outs.
1-0 the count. Another check over to Trahey on first. He goes back sliding. But for the Copperheads coming out of the North Division play, split the series with the Lima Locos, best team, the only team that has clinched a postseason appearance. As the 1-0 pitch, fly ball foul territory, caught by 2 hands by the first baseman Hatfields. Now there's 1 down here in the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, Nasanti got jammed there, just kind of inside out. It's that one in fouled ground. Nice easy play for Hatfield at first base to retire him.
But the Copperheads winning the series against the Scouts. Scouts away, then the Cincinnati Steam lost the series to the Joes, swept the Scouts at home, and then took 1 game out of 3 against the Licking County Settlers to be where they're at right now. First pitch misses for a ball to Zach Iverson. Iverson 1 for 2 on the day. Single in his last at-bat, struck out in his first at-bat to lead off the ball game. 1-0 the count. Carrizales' pitch swung on and fouled off by Iverson at the plate, 1-1. Copperheads, if they win the next 2 games, find themselves a half game up on either the Licking County Settlers or the Cincinnati Steam. However, Copperheads are not in position to take first place, even though just a game and a half back on the Licking County Settlers. Both those 2 teams are facing off against each other. So one team will have to win at least 2 games, and one team will have to win or lose at least 2. 1-1 count to Zach Iverson. Runner on first base with the second walk of the game issued by Carrizales. 1-1 pitch misses outside, 2-1.
Yeah, and Iverson had a nice single his last time up. Yanked it down the right field line. See if he can replicate that at bat. Maybe find a gap somewhere. As Reese Trey has pretty good speed out on first base. So if Iverson hit a ball deep enough in the gap, could potentially score a run all the way from first.
2-1 pitch, misses high and outside. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Copperheads leading 1-0. Copperheads again have not scored since the top of the 1st. 3-1 pitch, misses low and inside, ball 4. Second walk issued in the inning in the top of the 5th. Third walk on the game for Carrizales. Runners on first and second base with 1 out here in the top of the 5th with Daniel Cruz at the plate.
Well, walks is what plagued Carrizales' first start against the Copperheads when he walked 10 batters in just 3 innings. Has been able to keep them to a minimum so far, but now up to 3 and 2 in this inning. As Copperheads this season, if you give them free passes, they have the offense to make you pay for it. See, with the good part of the lineup coming up, 2, 3, and 4, let's see if Cruz can start something off here.
First pitch to Cruz, it's a swing and a pop-up in foul territory down the left field line. Chasing after it and not being able to make the play is the third baseman, Eric Roberts. Roberts almost got to the ball where it was going to land, but just did not have the make-up speed to get there.
Well, it would have been a heck of a play if he was able to make it, as would have been one of those where you kind of just reach out when you're looking up as a third baseman and try to haul it in over the shoulder. But unable to eye it up was Roberts that falls in. Cruz kind of gets a second life up there at the plate now.
Cruz 0 for 2 today with the fly out to center field and grounded into a 6-4-3 double play to end things in the top of the 3rd inning. Bats here with 2 runners on base. First and second with 1 out, 0-1 the count. Carrizales steps off the mound. There is some motion in the bullpen for the Richmond Jazz. Nothing going on for the Copperheads bullpen thus far, as a pitch high and over the head of the batter Daniel Cruz. Rounding third and heading for home is Zach Iverson. Or check that, it's Reese Trahey. So Trahey with an early steal of third base. The ball gets away from the catcher, Neighbors. Neighbors took him some time to get there, but by the time he got the ball, Reese Trahey was already across the plate. It's 2-0 in favor of Southern Ohio.
Well, as you mentioned, Trey got a great jump off the pitcher Carrizales, stole that one off him all the way, but when the pitch got away from the catcher Neighbors, Trey did not stop, rounding third hard and coming in to score easily. As we mentioned a couple times, a lot of ground and foul territory here at the Jazz's stadium, and Reese Trey makes it work for him there.
1-1 pitch bounces in the dirt to the catcher Neighbors. Count is at 2-1. Just a heads-up baseball play by Reese Trahey. Trahey went all the way from second base, scored on a pass ball by the catcher Neighbors. Could also be defined as a wild pitch. Ball hit the glove of Neighbors. 2-1 pitch, misses high and inside. 3 balls and 1 strike now.
Yeah, Carrizales has been very wild this inning. As you see some stirring going on in the Jazz's bullpen now. So you could possibly be heading towards the end of his road in this one.
3-1 swung on, and just getting a piece of it is Daniel Cruz at the plate. Count is run full to Cruz. Well, 3-2 the count. Runner on second base here in the top of the 5th. 1 run already in for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Carrizales' payoff pitch to Cruz. He got him swinging. Strike 3. Second strikeout of the day for Nicholas Carrizales, and now Carrizales is 1 out away from ending the top of the 5th.
Yep, just looked like he took something off that full count pitch. Cruz with a big swing way out in front of it. Nice job to pull a change up there by Carrizales. Good situation to do it. And now I'll take a 2-out hit from Fabic to try to score Iverson out there at second base.
Fabic is 2 for 2 in today's ball game. 2 doubles and a run scored. First pitch to Fabic taken low for a ball, 1-0. Warming up out in the Richmond Jazz bullpen is Joshua Lee. So Lee getting some throws in case Carrizales can't finish the inning. A 1-0 the count 2 down, top 5. Copperheads 2, Jazz nothing. Swinging a drive deep out into right center field, moving back towards the wall, and this one is one-hopping the fence. Sebastian Fabic will at least have a double. Zach Iverson comes in to score, and Fabic just trots into second base. It's a 2-out RBI double, the third double of the game for Sebastian Fabic. Double number 18 on the season for Fabic, and Copperheads now have played at 2 here in the top of the 5th. 3-0 the score.
Well, we've said many times when Fabic's at his best, it's when he's hitting the ball the other way. As he drove that one deep towards that 350 sign out there in right center field, one-hopping the wall. Thought it had a shot to get out for a second. But the ballpark is able to hold it, coming in easily to score as Zach Iverson as Fabic starting to heat up once again, average back above 350. And as you mentioned, 3 extra base hits already.
First pitch to Tanner Glass, misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes for Fabic, picking up RBI number 35 on the season. Average up to 354 to say it to a point. 1 ball, no strikes. Glass at the plate today. 1 for 1 with a hit by pitch. Curveball in for a call and strike, 1-1. Should Glass extend the inning, on deck is Scott Combs. Combs 0 for 2. But Fabic not a large lead off of second base. Now jumps into a secondary. 1-1 pitch taken low and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, see if Glass can replicate what he did in his first at-bat. Had a nice little single up the alley in left field. If he can do that again, he'll be able to score Fabic and extend the Copperheads lead out even more.
2-1 from Carrizales, taken low again. 3 balls and 1 strike is the count to the batter, Tanner Glass.
Well, you got to actually absolutely love this next pitch. If you're Tanner Glass, 3-1 count, runner in score, missing 2 outs. If it's, kind of a spot that you can't get the barrel on, just let it go because you'll get another strike after this one. But if you get a cookie, take a big rip at it.
Well, it takes a big rip at it. As you said, 3-2 now. Fouls it straight back behind the plate. 3-2 the count, 2 down. Top 5, Copperheads 3, Richmond Jazz nothing. On second base with his 3rd double of the day, Sebastian Fabic. At the plate, Tanner Glass. A payoff pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Nicholas Carrizales, but the Copperheads tack on 2 more. They extend their lead. It's now 3-0 in favor of Southern Ohio. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Ball Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.ballgreenmortine.com.
You will be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with the free complimentary breakfast, high-definition television in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi. In addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens, live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at jackios.com. Instagram or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room in Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side. Locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors. And be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market.
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Copperheads 3, Richmond Jazz nothing. Copperheads 3 runs on 5 hits and 2 errors. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors for the Richmond Jazz. Leading things off, For the Richmond Jazz will be Zachary Steitler. First pitch to the designated hitter, misses for a ball. 1-0. Remaining on the mound, Jacob Ladley. As Ladley, this is his longest outing of the season. Normally used as a relief pitcher 2 other times, but now making his first start. Ground ball over towards the pitcher Ladley. He picks it up. The throw to first is not being able to be picked by the first baseman Glass. It was a little awkward of a throw as Ladley tried to pitch that ball over towards first, but it will go down as either an error or an infield single. Steitler quick up the line. We'll see how the scoreboard scores it. With a runner on first base and nobody out, they'll bring up Austin Hatfield. Hatfield on the day. Grounded into the 6-4-3 double play to end the threat that happened in the bottom of the second. No indication whether it's a hit or an error yet by the scoreboard. A close play. So we'll update you on that. First pitch to Hatfield, misses low and away. 1 ball, no strikes. One other count, nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Copperheads 3, Jazz nothing. Ladley steps off the mound, calls time. And it does appear it'll be ruled as an infield single for Zachary Steitler. So Steitler on first with the single. 1-0 pitch from Ladley, misses low and inside, gets a little away from the catcher Scott Combs. The throw down is a little bit high, picked off by Kyle Gammon as Steitler takes second base on the pass ball.
Yeah, not too many balls get away from Scott Combs, but that one just bounces off the glove, and I'm going to make the throw down in time as Jazz trying to chip away at this Copperheads 3-0 lead.
2 balls, no strikes, nobody out, bottom 5. Jacob Ladley has worked through 4 scoreless innings. Will look to go 4 1/3 as a line drive deep out into left center field. Back at the wall at the 375 side, and this one hops a fence cut off by the center fielder Nasanti. 1 run will come in to score us. On second base with the RBI double is Austin Hatfield. Richmond Jazz get on the board for the first time today. Training positions with Steitler as Hatfield. Copperheads 3, Jazz 1.
Well, that was easily the hardest hit ball of the day off Ladley as Hatfield's been swinging a hot bat over the last few games. But he drives that one out to left center field, barreled it up. Jazz get one of the runs they gave up back in the top of the 5th.
With the RBI double from Hatfield, Noah Suarez, the 9-batter, will first stand in, but not before Austin Dunphy will take a slow walk towards the home plate umpire, Bradley Fisher. Not sure what Dunphy wants to talk to Fisher about. Maybe if Hatfield touched first base, but not really sure what question he could be pondering at this moment. And a conversation between Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, manager Austin Dunphy, and Bradley Fisher as play has stopped here at McBride Stadium.
Yeah, well, they're kind of looking down at the bullpen. Not sure, as you mentioned, what really the issue could possibly be, but.
And somebody just ran right back. And it appears we were missing a first baseman. That might be a good issue.
Perhaps had to get a new glove or something? Maybe Tanner Glass had to. I'm not really sure what the issue was.
He might have had to go to the bathroom. I saw him running outside of the dugouts. So he might have just missed Tanner Glass at first base. Well, 1 batter in. Now the Copperheads have a first baseman. 1 run in for the Richmond Jazz, nobody out. Ladley checks back to second. Now to the plate, first pitch high and inside to Noah Suarez. Suarez today flew out to left field. 0 for 1 in the ball game. Copperheads scored 2 in the top of the 5th. Richmond Jazz answer with 1 of their own here in the bottom. And a chance for more with nobody out. Ladley again from the stretch. 1-0 pitch swung on and popped up towards the right. Tanner Glass makes a 2-hand grab in foul territory down the first base line. And now there's 1 out with a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, big first out to get there. Nice, easy inside-out pop-up and foul ground as lineup turns over now. Want to get an out before you get to the top of the order. The Jazz can just kind of start to string hits together. So nice job there from Ladley, settling down after the back-to-back hits. And he'll just try to keep replicating what he just did.
First out of the inning is Noah Suarez, a fly out to first. Copperheads 3, Jazz 1. Zach Giroux's at the plate. Giroux's on the day 0 for 2, 2 ground balls, 1 to third, 1 to second. Ladley's first pitch to Giroux's is swung on and grounded over towards the third base line, goes foul and all the way to the bullpen of the Richmond Jazz, 0-1. Zach Giroux's let things off and played short in yesterday's ball game for the Copperheads. And it was a bathroom emergency confirmed by the player ops, Paul King, for Tanner Glass, but he's back now. 0-1 pitch misses outside, 1-1. The count, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning. Ladley, a long hold, now ready. The 1-1 pitch, line drive down the left field line. It also goes foul and over near the bullpen again for the Richmond Jazz. Ladley's ahead in the count, 1-2.
Well, actually, it wasn't a bathroom problem. Now I'm seeing something with his eye. So.
I read the message wrong.
You must have.
So it was an issue with Glass's eye that paused play. I thought I saw all 9 players out in the fields. 1-2 pitch swung on, fly it over in foul territory. Glass runs out of room and out of play. 1-2.
Well, he didn't miss any batters. He just, in between batters, he ran in and something.
That's what I thought.
Wrong. Yeah.
So I guess he had to clean out his eye. Maybe might have been the thing.
I don't know. They keep me far away, so.
1-2 the count, 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Copperheads 3, Jazz 1. Ladley looks back and then steps off the mound. Taking a large lead is Austin Hatfield off to second base. Ladley comes set. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball, ground ball over towards Daniel Cruz. Taking on 2 hops, looks back the runner, throws it to first in time. And now there are 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th.
It was a nice pitch. Curveball low in the zone. Got him to roll over to third base. And a nice strong throw over there from Daniel Cruz. Really showing it off right there to retire Giroux's by a mile for the second out of the inning.
Smart baseball play by Daniel Cruz. And now Richmond Jazz 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Jazz did plate across 1 run on an RBI double from Austin Hatfield. Hatfield still in scoring position. It's Jake Burlingame. Now at the plate, Burlingame 0 for 2 today. Pop out to the catcher Scott Combs and also grounded out to second. First pitch swinging is Jake Burlingame. He grounds one right down the line and over near the dugout for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. 0-1.
Yeah, I think you got to be pleasantly surprised if you're Coach Dunphy with Ladley so far. Just now away from getting you through 5 innings, as we're not really sure what his role is at his school, whether he's a reliever or a starting pitcher, but has done a nice job in the role as a starter this afternoon for the Copperheads.
0-1 the count. Pitch from Ladley swung on, and this one grounded over towards the third baseline. So 1 foul ball to his right, 1 foul ball to the lefty's left. And now there are 2 strikes here in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs.
I mean, fastballs from around 80 to 84, our analytics guy, Scott Williams, told us. But, I mean, he's not going to blow you away, but he really mixes in the off-speed pitches very nicely.
0-2 the count with 2 outs. Jacob Ladley looking to get his strikeout here. The 0-2 swung on, line drive deep out into center field. Ranging back is Lucas Nasanti. He has it, makes a one-hand grab, and the side is retired. Richmond Jazz plated 1 across, but Southern Ohio still has a 3-1 lead over the Jazz as we head to the top of the 6th inning. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's uptown or the tap room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brand is so much more than you think. Rocky Brand is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit, and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region.
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
That game at McBride Stadium here in the top of the sixth inning. The Richmond Jazz will have a pitching change as Joshua Lee will take the mound out of West Manchester, Ohio, and Indiana Institute of Technology. Pitcher center fielder Joshua Lee, a 2.71 ERA, 2 wins, no losses on the season, and 8 relief appearances. This will be his 9th. 1 save on the year, 10 1/3 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts, 8 walks, and has given up 9 hits. At the plate is Scott Combs. First pitch misses for a ball to Combs, 1-0. Combs on the day, 0 for 2, a strikeout and a fly out to right field. He swings and goes opposite field down the right field line and taken by the right fielder Antle on the ground. A ground ball, a single for Scott Combs to lead off the top of the sixth inning.
It's kind of typical at bat there for Scott Combs this season. Nice hard base hit into the outfield. As you know, hasn't really had the extra base power for the Copperheads this year, but is always finding outfield grass for base hits. Always on base is Scott Combs, of course, with the above 300 average now at 316, and a good way to lead off this sixth inning.
Copperheads 3, the Richmond Jazz 1. Lefty on the mound, a lefty on lefty matchup between Josh Lee and Phil Glasser. First pitch, a strike, 0-1. Did he bunt it? A bunt fouled back, 0-1 the count with no outs. Second pitch in, line drive down the line, moving fast and getting down in fair territory. That ball is down the line. Now rounding second and heading for third is Scott Combs. The throw is not in time, a little high to the third baseman Roberts. It's a double for Phil Glasser, his first hit of the day. 1 for 2 with a walk, and had 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out for Kyle Gammon.
Yeah, nice job by Glasser. Got inside that ball, kept the hands close to the body, rips it down the line. As didn't look like Combs was going to try to go for third at first, but looked like Antle might have slipped out there in right field, retrieving the ball. So Combs able to get over to third. Glasser heads up, following suit, getting the second with the double. Copperheads trying to add on to this lead.
First pitch, Gammon sees, bounces it right back up the middle and through 2. Shortstop and second base, rounding third and heading for home is Phil Glasser. It's a 2 RBI single for Kyle Gammon. He continues to hit the Richmond Jazz at Copperheads. After giving up 1 in the bottom of the 5th inning, tack on 2 here in the top of the 6th with a chance for more. As there's no outs, it's the Copperheads 5, the Richmond Jazz 1.
Yeah, Gammon already now 7 RBIs through his first few ball games as he's came up big for the team in some big spots. Hasn't always gotten the hits, but in this series, the bat has come alive for him.
First pitch misses inside to Reese Trahey, 1-0.
As that pitch, or that ball, wasn't the hardest hit, but hit it right in the correct spot over top the second base bag. Neither second or short could get there, and he picks up 2 more RBIs.
Second pitch, Trahey grounds it, picked by the first baseman. The throw is baffled by the pitcher, Lee. He looked at the first baseman, looked away, then the ball was thrown at him, was confused. The ball bounced out of his glove. It'll be either an error or a single for Reese Trahey. Runners at first and second base with nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning.
Yeah, as it looked like Hatfield wanted to go to second base at first with that ball on the slow roller, but opted out of it, quickly turns around trying to flip it to the pitcher covering, and it gets kind of over his head off the glove. Everybody's safe. Copperheads really threatening to blow this one open here in the 6th.
Well, Copperheads getting hits with runners in scoring position. Kyle Gammon with a 2 RBI single. Reese Trahey on first with an infield single, as it'll appear according to the scoreboard. And runners on first and second base with nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning.
Yeah, and a big chance to add on a couple more runs as Nasanti, the 9 batter. Then you got the top of the order coming up after him with nobody out. Copperheads could really take a big advantage in this one.
First pitch, bunt attempt by Lucas Nasanti, pulls it back for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Update around the league. Licking County Settlers have a 1-0 lead over the Cincinnati Steam. That game's in the bottom of the 3rd. Benefits the Copperheads as Licking County would need to sweep the Cincinnati Steam to help the Copperheads. Copperheads just need 1 more victory for that to be in play. Copperheads also could sweep the series here as a ground ball over through the hole on the right side, past the running second baseman Suarez. Rounding third and heading for home is Kyle Gammon. He goes as the throw is up the first baseline. It's a single for Lucas Nasanti with an RBI. Still nobody out. 3 runs across here on the top of the 6th. Copperheads 6. The Richmond Jazz 1.
We know when the hits come for the Copperheads, they come in bunches. Very good at stringing hits together throughout the last part of this season. As they just continue to keep the train rolling here in this inning, add on 3 more, push the lead out to 5.
Trahey at second base, Nasanti at first with the RBI single. At the plate, leadoff man Zach Iverson. Iverson takes the first pitch for a called strike, 0-1. 0-1 the count, nobody out. Top 6. Copperheads have scored 2 in the top of the 5th, 3 here in the top of the 6th, and keep on plating in more as the ball rolls away from the catcher Neighbors, advancing 1 base each are Trahey and Nasanti. Trahey's on third, Nasanti on second. 2 runners in scoring position for the Copperheads.
And there is now a score in the Licking County and Cincinnati Steam game. Licking County up 1-0 in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
All right, 1-0 lead for the Licking County Settlers. Bottom 3 there. Top 6 here. Iverson swings and flies one off towards foul territory down the left field line, and it does get out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yep, the run came in on an RBI single off the bat of Turner Hill to score the first run in that game.
Third baseman playing way off the bag on Zach Iverson as he swings and pops one up behind home plate, but it will range back and bounces off the roof here at McBride Stadium. Count remains 1-2.
Yeah, for Iverson, I mean, just kind of trying to keep the same approach everybody else has had. They've had very good success off the new arm Lee, as he hasn't been able to record an out yet.
Lee came in with a decent ERA, around 2.7. Just has not been able to get the Copperheads out as he tries to throw over to third, but the third baseman was closer to the pitcher than he is to the bag. Counts at 1-2. Going to be something to see, a stolen base here by Trahey. Doubt that would happen with the Copperheads up 6-1. But with third baseman Roberts playing nowhere near the third base bag. It's an overshift against Zach Iverson, as now Roberts will trot back to third base. Running back is Trahey. Count is even at 2-2.
Yeah, this is probably the biggest shift we've seen used by a GLSCL team this summer, as you see the shortstop and second baseman both on the right side of the infield, as well as the first baseman Hatfield, and all alone on the left side is the third baseman Roberts.
2-2 pitch, line drive right back up the middle and into center field. Taking on 2 hops is the center fielder Burlingame. Coming in to score is Reese Trahey. It's an RBI single for Zach Iverson, his second hit of the day. Copperheads continue to pile on with nobody out here on the top of the 6th.
Well, the easiest way to beat the shift is to hit it over it. And that's exactly what Iverson did, right on into center field. No one playing in that spot of the field. Iverson, nice piece of hitting, sends that pitch right back where it came from for the RBI. And just a big, big inning here for the Copperheads to blow this one open.
Copperheads 7, Jazz 1, 4 runs here on the top of the 6th, all coming with nobody out. Runners at the corners, first pitch to Daniel Cruz. He fouls it off as it rolls in foul territory down the third base line, 0-1. At 0-1 the count, nobody out, top 6. Over on third base is Lucas Nasanti. He had an RBI single. And on first, with the most recent RBI single, belongs to Zach Iverson. 0-1 pitch to Daniel Cruz, misses low and inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Nobody warming up in the bullpen for the Richmond Jazz, as this one will look to be for Josh Lee. 0-1 pitch, ground ball up the middle, taken by the shortstop Giroux, the thrower to first in time. It's a double play by Daniel Cruz, the second one he's grounded into today. But a run does come in to score, and RBI is not awarded to Cruz. Copperheads extend the lead 8-1.
Yeah, Coppers have had a good game offensively. Cruz has kind of struggled, though, as you mentioned, his second double play. But at the very least, you do get another run in. Now you lead by a touchdown and an extra point in this one.
No, nobody on the base paths. With 2 outs now in the top of the 6th. 5 runs in the top of the 6th inning. First pitch to Sebastian Fabic. Misses for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. For Fabic on the day, he's gotten 3 doubles. 1-0 pitch on the way. Ground ball. Ooh. Look what he found. Pitcher Josh Lee gets a hard hit ball right back up the middle by Sebastian Fabic. Throws it to first in time. And the third out is made in the top of the 6th, but not before the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Below this one open, it's Copperheads 8, Richmond Jazz 1. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home and a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Back inside McBride Stadium here in Richmond, Indiana. Southern Ohio Copperheads 8, Jazz 1. First pitch from Jacob Ladley. to Ryan Wickman, misses for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 the count to Wickman. Wickman 0 for 2 with a strikeout looking and a fly out to right field. Ball catches the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Copperheads exploded for 5 runs in the top of the 6th inning. En route to their 8-1 lead right now. Curveball in, drops in for a called strike. 1-2 now from Jacob Ladley to the batter, Ryan Wickman. From the stretch, Ladley's 1-2 pitch. Curveball misses high and inside. 2-2.
Yeah, I got to be very impressed with how Ladley has pitched to this point. He's been able to keep the pitch count low, just at 66 pitches here in the 6th inning. Been working fast.
2-2 pitch. Line drive over third base and down the line in left field. Ranging over to get it to left fielder Fabic, rounding first. Going into second, sliding, is Ryan Wickman. A little awkward of a slide.
To say the least.
He didn't know if he wanted to slide or not. At the last second, he decides to.
He didn't slide, or he got there and then kind of just stuck his feet out to get on the bat. It was like a dolphin dive, kind of.
Almost.
Out there at second base.
Oh, Call of Duty Black Ops. Dolphin dive.
Man.
How about that reference, huh?
It's crazy how long ago that game came out. Now that I think about it, I would think I might have still been in elementary school when that game came out.
A lot of us. Either middle school or high school.
I had to play on mute because of all the bad language. But
8-1 lead here in Richmond, Indiana for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. A leadoff double for Ryan Wickman off of Jacob Ladley. No outs, bottom 6. Ladley's first pitch into the batter, Eric Roberts. He swings and pops it up in foul territory, ranging over the press box, and just now landing out of play. 0-1. But 0-1 the count, no outs, bottom 6. Big inning for the Copperheads. And the top of the 6, 5 runs come in to score. Ladley with a runner on second, looks him back. 0-1 pitch to Roberts, misses high and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. One the count. Ladley comes set. Pitch from Ladley taken outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Top of the 4th inning between the Licking County Settlers and Cincinnati Steam. Still no change in the score. It's 1-0 Licking County. Score helps the Copperheads. Should Copperheads lose one of these games in the series, but up 8-0 in today's game. 2-1 pitch swung on and fouled off over the stadium. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, nice pitch there from Ladley, keeping Roberts off balance. He's had a solid series against the team so far. See if Ladley can bear down and strand that runner out there at second.
2-2 the count. Ladley hasn't given up a run. Now besides the bottom of the 5th. Swinging a line drive deep out into right field, ranging foul and out of play. Roberts stays alive at the plate.
Yeah, took something off that one. Did Ladley, getting Roberts out in front of it, just able to get enough of it, hit it foul down the line.
2-2 the count. Ladley's pitch, curveball, bends just inside. Count is run full to Eric Roberts.
Yep, real nice pitch there from Ladley on the inside corner, but just off the black for the ball.
The payoff pitch, curveball, line drive out into right field, but again it goes foul and stays in play, but over near the Copperheads bullpen.
Yeah, Roberts tried to jump on that pitch, took a big hack at it, but a little bit out in front of it to yank it foul down the line.
3-2 the count. Runner on second base here in the bottom of the 6th. Copperheads 8, Jazz 1. Payoff pitch taken low and inside, ball 4. It's the first walk allowed by Jacob Ladley on the ball game. And now the Richmond Jazz have the first 2 batters on the base paths.
I don't know how long the leash will be for Ladley here in this inning, but has allowed the first 2 guys to get on. There is an arm warming up in the pen. Looks like Nick Kaiser down there. But Ladley's got to settle in, try to do what he's been doing the whole ball game, keep firing strikes, and forcing them to hit some soft contact somewhere.
Runners on first and second, nobody out. Bottom 6, first pitch is swung on and fouled straight back to the fence. 0-1 to the batter Hunter Neighbors. Well, after temperatures around 90 degrees yesterday in Richmond, Indiana, things have taken a dip. Today, 68 degrees and clear.
Yep.
Rain was a little bit earlier, but things have chilled off.
That's what happens when that rain comes through.
0-1 the count. Pitch from Ladley, taken on the outside corner, strike 2. Ladley now 1 strike away from getting the first out here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
And a real nice breaking ball there. Just freezing the batter at the plate, now up 0-2, has a lot of pitches he can play with here.
0-2 count. Ladley from the stretch. Looks back to second, now to the plate. The 0-2 pitch swung on, ground ball right back to Ladley. He throws it to second base, but into the outfield. Past Phil Glasser, coming in to score. There's Ryan Wickman, and going to third base is Eric Roberts. It's an error charge to Jacob Ladley. He tried to go for the double play, but just again threw a pitch over towards second instead of a regular throw. 1 run comes in to score, bottom 6, 8-2. Copperheads on top.
Yeah, he's had a couple problems fielding. That's his second error of the ball game. He just kind of rushed that throw and misses Phil Glasser, who was covering the bag at second.
The second time in a row that Hunter Neighbors had hit a ball right back to Ladley, and second time in a row that Ladley's had an error. First pitch, line drive right to Phil Glasser. He catches it, has a chance at a double play. The throw to first in time. And just like that, even though one double play went astray, line drive right to Glasser gets the job done. 2 down, bottom 6.
Well, that's absolutely huge there from Glasser. That line shot hit right at him, hauls it in, sees Neighbors way off the bag over there first, showing off the strong arm, fires a strike over there to get the double play. That's huge there for Ladley on the mound. Now he's just 1 out away from getting through this 6th inning.
The Glasser to Glass connection for the double play. Line drive from Cole Antle, and now Zachary Steitler at the plate. Steitler today 1 for 2 with a run scored. Swings at the first pitch, and it is caught in the infield. Infield pop-up by Kyle Gammon for the 3rd and final out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's the Copperheads 8, the Richmond Jazz 2. We'll throw to Joe Medor to end this ball game. Copperheads on top. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood with Ohio Realty. She will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Top of the 7th inning here in Richmond, Indiana. Copperheads with a 5-run top of the 6th inning to push the lead out to 8-1. Jazz score a run in the bottom of the 6th to cut the lead down to 6. It's now 8-2. As will be Tanner Glass leading off the inning. First pitch into misses high and outside for a ball. 1-0. Middle of the order due up for the Copperheads this inning. It'll be Tanner Glass, Scott Combs, and Phil Glasser. As the 1-0 pitch to Glass is swung on and chopped foul behind home plate, rolls all the way back to the fence. Count will be even at 1, staying on the mound for his second inning in relief for the Jazz is Joshua Lee. Had a bit of a rough inning last time, 5 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them being earned, no walks and no strikeouts. The 1-1 pitch in the Glass misses high and outside for a ball. 2-1 the count now. But Tanner Glass, 1 for 2, had an RBI single back in the first inning to score the game's first run. 1-1 pitch into him, a swung on it again, chopped foul behind home plate. And they'll be down in the count now, 1-2 to lead off this top of the 7th inning. As Licking County and Cincinnati, that game has continued to progress. It's now a 1-1 score in the top of the 4th inning at Don Edwards Stadium, home of the Licking County Settlers. As a 2-2 pitch bounces into Tanner Glass, that will run the count full to the leadoff batter here in the top of the 7th. Of course, the Copperheads, with a victory tonight and tomorrow, would earn themselves a playoff spot no matter the results of that Licking County and Cincinnati series. Full count pitch in the Glass is swung on and chopped foul behind him up the third baseline. Count will remain full.
Just a good at-bat being worked by Tanner Glass. He struck out his last time up. Does not want to get cheated here. Seen a lot of pitches. We'll try to figure out Josh Lee.
So another full count pitch home to Glass. He'll miss low and away, ball 4. Glass draws the walk, leadoff walk here in the top of the 7th as the Copperheads will look to move him around and continue to add on to this 6-run lead.
Well, first walk allowed by Josh Lee. Lee last inning was plagued by the hits. But now he just couldn't find the strike zone for Tanner Glass, and leadoff man gets on base.
But talking about the Copperheads playoff scenario, if they were to lose one of these next 2 games, they would need the Licking County Settlers to sweep the Cincinnati Steam to get into the playoffs. As Scott Combs fouls the first pitch away, 0-1. If the Copperheads were to lose these last 2 games, they would officially be eliminated from playoff contention. But Scott Combs so far today, 1 for 3, had a single in his last at-bat and came around to score as the pitch in bounces, blocked by the catcher. Neighbors, count will be even at 1 to the Copperheads catcher.
And one person who knows on this roster what it takes to go deep into the postseason is Scott Combs. He's the lone remaining guy on the Copperhead staff that was a part of the 2018 team.
The 1-1 pitch is a called strike. Scott Combs checked his swing, called strike anyway by the home plate umpire Fisher. 1-2 the count now to Combs, with Tanner Glass leading off first. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th. 1-2 pitch home is swung on and lined out into left field. Now we'll get down for a base hit. Tanner Glass pulls up at second base. That's where he'll stop. But Scott Combs has singles in his last 2 at-bats now. 2 for 4 in the ball game. 2 runners on, nobody out in the top of the 7th.
Well, it's a nice spray chart when you see a hit to right field and a hit to left field. Using all parts of the field for the righty Scott Combs. His bat has just been there for the entire year. Batting average above 300 as a catcher. Platooning every day. But he's getting his hits. Keeping the Copperheads right on top.
So now Phil Glasser will try to replicate what he did his last time up. He roped a double down the right field line. First pitch into him from Lee will be taken in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. As it was Nick Carrizales who got the start for the Jazz in this one. He went 5 innings, allowing 5 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, and 4 strikeouts. Right now on the hook for the loss if the result stays the same as Glasser lines that one out into right center field, and that will fall in front of the center fielder Burlingame. Both runners had to wait up to see what would fall in, so Tanner Glass only gets to third base. Scott Combs pulls into second. After a walk and 2 singles, the Copperheads have loaded the bases here in the 7th, threatening to add on more runs to their already 6-run lead.
Well, nearly identical to what happened last inning against Josh Lee. First 3 batters all reached base by a hit. Tanner Glass reached base here with a walk, but back-to-back singles by Combs and Glasser. Copperheads are back in business.
So now it'll be Kyle Gammon, who's 1 for 3, had a 2 RBI single up the middle. His first time up, takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. But Gammon has come alive in this series as he came into it with only one hit for the Copperheads as he checks his swing on the 0-1 pitch, but makes contact with it, fouls it up the first baseline. 0-2. But already 4 hits in this series for him, 3 coming in last night's ball game. And he picked up another one today, but now he's down in the count. 0-2 with the bases loaded. Here comes the pitch. It will bounce into the catcher Neighbors. He gets just enough of it to block it. Runner staying put. As the count will be 1-2 to Gammon.
It took Gammon some time to get into the swing of things. Had not seen a baseball field since the spring, but came in towards the latter half of the Copperhead season, and now is finally hitting his stride at the plate.
So Lee trying to work out of this bases loaded jam. The 1-2 pitch in the Gammon rides high for a ball, evens up the count at 2. As Lee, the lefty, has struggled since entering the ball game for the Jazz. 2-2 pitch in the Gammon, misses up high and inside for a ball. He'll run the count full now with nobody out and the bases loaded. No place to put him for the pitcher. Lee has not walked a batter yet. But if he doesn't throw a strike to Gammon here, a run will come in to score. He comes set out of the stretch. Full count pitch in the Gammon, swung on and fouled back into the netting behind home plate. And we'll do it again with a full count.
Good at bat worked by Gammon here. Was down in the count, worked it all the way full, foul off a couple pitches, and just keep on making Josh Lee work.
Another full count pitch in the Gammon will be called strike 3 on the inside corner. So Gammon punches out looking with the bases loaded for the first out of the inning. Lee's first strikeout out of the bullpen.
Now, Gammon's been having a good series. Strikeout shouldn't bother him a bit. Worked a nice at bat. Just couldn't barrel up a ball. Fouled off a couple. Got caught looking.
Now Reese Trahey will look for his first base hit. Him and Daniel Cruz, the only Copperheads without hits so far in this one, as the first pitch will miss low for a ball, 1-0. Reese Trahey 0 for 2 with a walk. Has come around to score a couple of times. Trying to add on to the 8-2 lead for the Copperheads. A 1-0 pitch comes high and inside to Trey. He'll be up in the count 2-0 now. As the Copperheads struck first in this one in the top of the first, taking a 1-0 lead. 2-0 pitch to Trey is inside out and in the shallow left field. Going back is the shortstop Zeros, and it tips off his glove and falls in. Coming in to score is Tanner Glass from third. All runners will be safe, as Trey just fisted that one over the shortstop's head. Jaros almost hauled it in, but gets just past his outstretched glove for an RBI single for Trahey. 9-2 the score now.
Trahey puts the ball in play, makes things happen, and just gets the RBI. Copperheads gave up one in the bottom of the 6th inning. They respond with one of their own here in the top of the 7th, and then a chance for more with the bases loaded.
As officially, at the moment, ruled an error on the shortstop Jaros. That's a tough one.
That is a very tough one.
As now Nasanti chops the first pitch he sees out towards the second baseman. He'll throw it on the first to retire him, but coming in to score is Scott Combs. So an RBI ground out for Nasanti. It'll be his second RBI on the game, and the Copperheads have now put double digits up on the board. It's 10-2 here in the top of the 7th.
Nasanti again, just like Trahey, putting the ball in play, making things happen. Gets the RBI on the ground out and continues to tack on for the Copperheads lead.
So the lineup will turn over now to Zach Iverson. Here comes the first pitch. He ropes it foul down the left first baseline. Coach Michael Blatchford had to dance out of the way of that one. 0-1 the count now to Iverson. So Iverson's had a good day at the plate, 2 for 3 with an RBI, both the hits being singles. The 0-1 pitch to him misses low and away for a ball. Evens up the count at 1. But still 2 Copperheads in scoring position with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. As Phil Glasser on third base, out on second is Reese Trahey. The 1-1 pitch to Iverson is swung on and grounded towards the first baseman Hatfield. He'll field it cleanly, flip it over to Lee, the pitcher covering, and he'll beat Zach Iverson to the bag to retire the side. But the Copperheads add 2 more on their lead to advance to double digits in this one. It's a 10-2 lead As it's stretch time here in Richmond, Indiana. We're heading to the bottom of the 7th right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Rocky Brand is so much more than you think. Rocky Brand is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women, footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Well, it's so far been the longest outing of the season for Jacob Ladley. In his first start, he's gotten through 6, only allowing 2 runs, and the offense has been there for him. A 10-2 Copperheads lead. First pitch of the inning to Austin Hatfield has swung on and popped out in the shallow left field. Backing up is the shortstop, Phil Glasser. He will make the catch with one hand. 1 pitch, 1 out for Jacob Ladley here in the bottom of the 7th.
And it's been plays and at-bats like that that has really kept Ladley in this game. He's been effective so far. Doesn't have a whole lot of strikeouts, but his pitching to contact, defense is doing their thing behind him, getting through this game with as few pitches as possible.
Well, so far through 6 1/3, he has thrown 81. As his first pitch into Noah Suarez will miss low and outside for a ball, 1-0. Ladley coming set out of the stretch. 1-0 pitch. Suarez comes right down the middle for a strike. 1-1 the count. Suarez 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. But it is the first start on the year for Jacob Ladley, just his 4th appearance with the team, as he only joined last week. The 1-1 to Suarez is roped down the line in left field, and that will roll all the way into the corner. Chasing is a left fielder, Fabic. Heading towards second is Noah Suarez. That looks like that will be where he stops. A stand-up double for Suarez with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Runner in scoring position now.
Well, Ladley has dealt with runners in scoring position for the majority of the game. Had the 2nd inning, bases loaded, got out of it without allowing a run to score, has allowed runs to score in the previous 2 innings. In the 6th and the 5th, we'll just have to try and power through it.
Well, Zach Charose hasn't had too much success at the top of the order in this one. 0 for 3 against Ladley. First pitch into him is swung on and chopped towards the shortstop, Phil Glasser. He makes it play on the run. Throw on the first is a little bit low, dug out by the first baseman Tanner Glass to record the out. Nice throw on the run there by Phil Glasser. And he gets picked up by his first baseman. 2 away now. Runner does move up to third.
Well, they'll trade an out for just a runner moving up 90 feet away. Fly ball, ground ball. Whatever it is, Copperheads are just 1 out away from getting out of this inning without allowing a run.
As now it'll be Jake Burlingame trying to pick up his first knock in the ball game. 0 for 3. Has an RBI waiting for him out there on third. First pitch from Ladley catches the inside part of the plate for a strike. 0-1 at Ladley. Just an out away from getting through 7 strong innings for the Copperheads. Have to be very pleased if you're Coach Austin Dunphy with the work Ladley's done in his first start. The 0-1 pitch misses low and away for a ball, 1-1. But Ladley a part of this resurgence of the pitching staff for the Copperheads. Last week, Coach Dunphy went on social media trying to find pitchers. 1-1 from Ladley, swung on and popped foul behind home plate. Scott Combs takes a peek at it, but he knows he won't have room to make the catch. Ball falls in the stands, 1-2 the count now. But Ladley, along with a few other pitchers, made the trip to Athens for the final playoff push for the Copperheads this season. And Ladley has impressed in his first few outings for the team, as the 1-2 pitch with 2 away to Burlingame is swung on and lined out into left center field. Now will fall in for a base hit. Coming in to score is Noah Suarez. Nasanti fields it. Throw into second. Burlingame will stop at first base, but he has his first knock on the game and his first RBI. 10-3 the score now with 2 away in the bottom of the 7th.
Not a big issue for the Copperheads with the former 8-run lead. They'll take a 7-run lead. Just need to get out of the inning and continue going.
Will now be Ryan Wickman, who roped the double his last time up. And he jumps on the first pitch, but it's hooking well foul down the left field line. Would have been gone if it was fair, but Wickman out in front of it, 0-1 the count.
Yeah, deep ball down the line and hooking all the way foul. Impressive power, almost like Sebastian Favic's just a day ago.
Ladley now up in the count. Here comes the 0-1 to Wickman. Is a changeup taken on the outside corner for a strike. Now Ladley has Wickman down 0-2 with 2 away. Runner on first in the bottom of the 7th. Copperheads trying to keep the postseason hopes alive with a victory. As you win tonight and tomorrow, they would be in the playoffs. The 0-2 into Wickman is swung on and grounded towards the third baseman, Daniel Cruz. He'll go over to the second baseman, Gammon, covering the bag at second for the force out to retire the side in the bottom of the 7th. Jazz score a run, but not a big deal for the Copperheads. They still lead at 10-3 with only 6 more outs to go to earn the victory as we head to the top of the 8th. Copperheads coming up to bat when we return right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richmond Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood with Ohio Realty. She will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood, bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region, Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh is focused on helping our clients secure their financial future. What's your plan? Give us a call at 594-8385.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are...
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Top of the 8th inning, new man on the mound for the Richmond Jazz will be the third pitcher to take the mound for him in this one. Hunter Smith, as his first pitch into Daniel Cruz, is a breaking ball called strike at the knees, 0-1. Smith sports a 2-2 record on the year with a 4.43 ERA and 42 2/3 innings pitch, allowed 55 hits, 26 strikeouts. Cruz swings at the 0-1 pitch, fouls it down the right field line out of play. Count 0-2. First time Hunter Smith facing the Cheds this summer. The 0-2 to Cruz, a swung on and grounded foul down the third base line. Cruz staying alive in the at-bat, trying to get off the schneid in this one as he's 0 for 4. As at the moment, one of just 2 Copperheads without a hit in this game. Another 0-2 pitch from Hunter Smith to Cruz, a breaking ball taken in the dirt by Cruz. 1-2 the count now. But top of the 8th here. Copperheads have jumped on the Richmond Jazz. They now have a 10-3 lead. 0-2 pitch to Cruz. Another breaking ball in the dirt. This one again taken. Count even at 2. As Smith working out of the stretch. Here comes a 2-2 pitch into Daniel Cruz. Bounces this one in the dirt as well. Past 3 pitches from Smith, all in the dirt, all taken by Daniel Cruz. Now he's worked himself a full count to lead off this inning.
A good at-bat by Daniel Cruz, not biting on the curveball, staying alive and continuing the at-bat.
Full count pitch, breaking ball, pulled the string on Cruz. He swings through it for the strikeout. Daniel Cruz now 0 for 5 in the ball game. Leadoff man retired in the top of the 8th.
A tough day for Daniel Cruz at the plate, but the way that Cruz can play, he's indispensable. He's been great out in the fields defensively, one of the best third basemen on the team. Need him in the lineup every day.
As the Cincinnati Steam just took a 2-1 lead over Lincoln County in the top of the 5th as first pitch into Fabic. Misses away for a ball, 1-0. It was an RBI single from Jake Silverstein of the Cincinnati Steam to give them a 2-1 advantage against the Settlers as the 1-0 pitch misses low for a ball to Fabic. Now 2-0. Of course, if the Steam win tonight, the Copperheads would have to win this game and beat the Jazz tomorrow as well to make the playoffs. 2-0 pitch into Fabic will catch the knees for a strike. Fabic thought it was a little bit low, but 2-1 the count now as Fabic has had a great day at the plate. 3 for 4, 3 doubles, including an RBI double. 2-1 pitch. Misses high and outside for a ball. Fabic in the driver's seat now at 3-1.
Yeah, Fabic, just when he looks like he's going down on a little bit of a slump, picks it right back up. Had the home run yesterday's game and then has continued to hit here today.
3-1 pitch to Fabic. Big swing, but he's just a bit behind it. Fouls it away down the first base side. And now run the count full to back-to-back batters here in the top of the 8th.
One thing that does is puts Hunter Smith's pitch count up as a reliever. Would want to continue seeing new pitchers for the Jazz.
3-2 pitch. Fabic chases the fastball outside, strike 3. Hunter Smith comes in, strikes out back-to-back Copperheads batters. As now Tanner Glass will try to keep this inning alive.
Well, just like the Copperheads did against Licking County Settlers, they saw a lot of pitchers during that series. You want to wind out and wind down the bullpen for the Richmond Jazz. Try to make your day easier tomorrow.
Tanner Glass 1 for 2 in the ball game. Takes the first pitch low for a ball, 1-0. But he started the scoring for the Copperheads all the way back in the first inning with an RBI single for the game's first run as he takes the 1-0 pitch on the outside part of the plate for a strike, 1-1. As now a look in from Hunter Smith. 1-1 pitch. Tanner Glass misses just below the knees for a ball. Close pitch, 2-1 the count. As Smith looks into the catcher neighbor. Now come home, the 2-1. This one will catch the knees of Tanner Glass. And now the count even at 2 with 2 away. Top of the 8th inning, 10-3. Copperheads lead over the Richmond Jazz. Smith comes home, the 2-2 pitch, bounces in the dirt for a ball. And now every Copperheads batter this inning so far has pushed Hunter Smith to a full count. He struck out the first 2. See what Tanner Glass will be able to do.
Now Smith is getting a low portion of the strike zone with that curveball. It's got good break. See if he goes to it here.
Full count pitch in the glass. Will miss low and outside for a ball. So finally, a Copperheads batter will draw a walk against Smith. Tanner Glass, his second walk in the ball game. 2-out base runner for the Copperheads.
Good at bat by Glass. And just leaving that low pitch low. Smith has been painting the low part of the strike zone and finally missed a little bit lower than the past two. Gets the walk.
Cincinnati's team have added another run in the top of the fifth. It's now 3-1 over the Licking County Settlers. Scott Combs will dig in next. 2 for 4. He's had singles in his last 2 at-bats. He checks his swing on that pitch. It gets away from the catcher Neighbor. Pitch called a ball. And staying at first base is Tanner Glass. As coming set is Hunter Smith. He brings the pitch home. Pitch misses outside for a ball. 2-0 the count now to Combs. As the average for Scott Combs is now at .325 on the year. 2-0 pitch into him. A swung on and popped up and behind the press box here at the stadium, off the roof, it sounds like. And 2-1 will be the count now to Combs. But he was an all-star selection for a reason in the South Division of the GLSCL. 2-1 pitch to Combs will hit the outside corner for a strike. Count even now at 2. As Hunter Smith trying to retire the side in this 8th inning. 2 outs, 2-2 home to Combs. Swung on and chopped towards the second baseman Suarez. Will field it cleanly, throw it on to first in time to retire Scott Combs. And the side is retired. Fairly quiet inning for the Copperheads. First 2 go down on a strikeout, then a 2-out walk, followed by a ground out by Scott Combs. As we head into the bottom of the 8th, 10-3 score. Copperheads leading the Jazz, looking for a big victory to keep their hopes of a playoff appearance this season right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are proud supporters of Copperheads baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Middle of the order due up for the Jazz, as they need a bit of a rally throughout these last 2 innings if they want to knock off the Copperheads. First pitch into Eric Roberts is taken outside for a ball, 1-0. As still on the mound for the Copperheads is Jacob Ladley. 1-0 pitch misses low for a ball, 2-0 the count now. As Ladley has worked through the first 7 innings of this one in his first start with the team this year. The 2-0 pitch into Roberts is swung on and just gets a piece of it, fouls it back behind home plate, 2-1 the count now. But Ladley very effective in his first start of the summer for the Copperheads. That's a 2-1 pitch into Roberts. Swung on and flied out into shallow center field. Backing up is the shortstop Phil Glasser. He will call it off. and make the catch with one hand. And the leadoff batter will be retired here in the 8th inning.
Glasser just absorbing everything hit his way, having a nice day today out in the fields. Scott Combs looks to be mocking him a little bit behind the plate. He's kind of imitating Glasser making the catch, but he's been solid all day, picking up a hit. Just a good overall day from Glasser.
So now will be Hunter Neighbors, the catcher. First pitch into him, bounces low and outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. As Neighbors on the day, 1 for 3 with an RBI. Had a RBI single earlier in the ball game. As the 1-0 pitch is swung on and popped up right side of the infield. Backing up is the second baseman Kyle Gammon. Just a step into the outfield grass. He'll make the catch. And Jacob Ladley continuing to work through this order. He's got 2 outs here in this 8th inning. 1 away from being just 3 outs away from a Copperheads victory.
Ladley being this effective, why change anything? You know, he's given up runs in the past 3 innings, but only 1 run each. Copperheads with a 10-3 lead. They can afford to lead Ladley out there, especially if his pitch count is not high.
First pitch to Cole Antles, a called strike at the knees, 0-1. As Ladley, as you mentioned, giving up the 3 runs, but not a lot of hard contact off him this afternoon. That's a 0-1 pitch to Antles, swung on a pop foul behind home plate. Scott Combs trying to locate it, seeing if he has room, but he will run out of room. The ball lands in the stands. And now Ladley will be up on Cole Antles on the count, 0-2.
I think a lot of people in the stands thought that ball was going to stay in fair territory. Well, foul territory, but playable for Scott Combs. Nobody reacted until that ball hit the ground.
So Ladley just 1 strike away from getting through 8 innings. He comes set, working out of the stretch. The 0-2 to Antles, swung on and chopped foul up the third baseline. So Cole Antles will make him throw at least 1 more pitch to try to get out of this inning. As Ladley coming set at the belt, the 0-2 pitch to Antles, swung on and flied out into right center field. Backing up is the right fielder Trahey. He lines it up, makes the catch. And Jacob Ladley, a 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the 8th. Copperheads lead it 10-3. Heading into 9th, 3 outs away from a victory. First they to come up to bat.
Pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Ball Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.ballgreenmortine.com.
You will be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with the free complimentary breakfast, high-definition television in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi. In addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens, live the life. Holiday Inn Express.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
A 10-3 lead for the Copperheads here in Richmond. As we're in the top of the 9th inning, first pitch from Hunter Smith into Phil Glasser. Catches the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. It'll be Phil, Kyle Gammon, and Reese Trahey all due up this inning for the Copperheads as the second pitch to Phil Glasser misses low for a ball. As Glasser on the day is 2 for 3, has a single and a double, halfway completed the cycle. As that pitch misses low for a ball, scoreboard has the count at 3-0 to Phil Glasser to lead off this inning. Here comes the 3-0 pitch from Hunter Smith, swung on and chopped foul up the first baseline. First base coach Mike Blatchford tried to kick the ball up to himself. Unsuccessful, but a good effort.
Yeah, If soccer was easy, everyone would try to do it. It's especially harder with a smaller ball
and
for
a
baseball.
Ball that's not inflated.
Exactly.
That probably makes it a little tougher, too. 3-1 count. The Phil Glasser is swung on and chopped right back at the mound, fielded by the pitcher Hunter. He'll walk it over to first. Flip it to the first baseman Hatfield, and Phil Glasser will be retired to start off this 9th inning.
Hard contact by Glasser, just bounced it right back to the pitcher, and pitcher made a great play.
Yeah, talking about the soccer. That's just a sport I never really got into as a kid growing up.
No?
I did play 2 years of indoor, now that I think about it. But that was it. First pitch into Kyle Gammon. Swung on and fouled over the overhang here at the stadium. 0-1.
I was always playing baseball either in the fall and spring or wrestling during the winter.
0-1 to Gammon. Comes right down the middle for a strike. 0-2 the count now.
But no soccer.
Yeah, I was told, because I played those 2 years, I played basketball and soccer in the winter. I was told I had to pick one. 0-2 pitch to Gammon. Swung on and chopped out towards the shortstop, Sharoz. He'll field it on the run, but the throw will not be in time. Beating it out at first base is Kyle Gammon. As we'll see, that should be scored an infield single for Gammon and a one-out base runner for the Copperheads here in the top of the 9th.
There for Kyle Gammon, running hard down the line. The throw from the shortstop, Jarosz, pulled off the first baseman, Hatfield. Hatfield tried to stretch, but when he stretched, jumped off the bag. Infield single, nonetheless.
First pitch to Trahey, misses up high for a ball, 1-0. As Trahey kind of had a inside-out ball hit over the shortstop's head his last time up as he fouls the 1-0 pitch a long way down the left field line. It was ruled an error. Me and Connor, we kind of came to consensus that would be a tough one. Could be ruled an error.
That is a very tough play to be ruled an error. Moving all the way back, leaping, and then just not being able to make the catch.
As Trahey again pops a pitch foul over top the third base dugout, 1-2 the count now. Trahey did still get credit for an RBI. For now, he's 0 for 3. Of course, some of those plays are subject to be changed after the game. 1-2 pitch to Trahey. He sticks the bat out and ropes it into the gap in left center field. Stopping at second base is Kyle Gammon. Reese Trahey will have his first official base hit of the ball game. And now 8 of the 9 Copperheads have hits. And runners on first and second with one away here for the Cheds.
Yeah, Copperheads, complete game performance from everyone today, and even for Daniel Cruz, who doesn't have a hit yet today. The defense has been great. It's been great all season from Cruz, and he can afford to have a day where he goes 0 for 5.
First pitch in Asante will be a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Asante 1 for 4 with a couple of RBIs so far in this one. The 0-1 into him is swung on. It sounded like it broke his bat up the first baseline, and that will get past the first baseman's glove out into right field. Coming in to score is Kyle Gammon. Pulling in the third is Trahey. The throw comes into second. It hits Asante in the back. Rolls away, and now Trahey will trot in from third to score. So kind of a weird play. Not the hardest hit ball up the line by Asante, but it gets past the glove of Hatfield into right field. Gammon comes in to score. The initial throw came into second. Hits Asante in his back. And that allowed Reese Trahey to come in to score as well. 12-3 the score now.
There was a broken bat single that Asante was able to run it out and turn it into a double as the ball was still out there. Ball hit him right in the back, like you said. But I found Kyle Gammon was just running hard, rounding third. Came home to score when he saw that ball was still out in foul territory down the line and right.
Well, the first pitch to Iverson was a ball, 1-0. And the next pitch misses high and outside for a ball. 2-0 the count now. As Iverson 2 for 4 in the ball game. Has a chance to add a second RBI for him as the 2-0 pitch catches the outside part of the plate for a strike. 2-1 the count now. As the 2-1 pitch into Iverson. It's taken up high for a ball. Iverson will be in the driver's seat now at 3-1 as a Steeman Settlers game. Settlers finally got out of that top of the 5th inning. Still trailed 3-1 in the bottom of the 5th now. 3-1 into Iverson as a breaking pitch misses outside for ball 4, second walk of the inning for Hunter Smith. And now 2 runners on once again for the Copperheads with still just 1 out.
Yep, Copperheads are relentless today's ball game. 12 runs scored on 12 hits. Just continue to hit the ball, drive it somewhere, and play it across runs, a game that they've been searching for ever since Licking County.
As now the first pitch into Daniel Cruz. Misses outside for a ball, 1-0. Cruz, currently the only Copperhead without a hit in this one, can change all that with a base hit in this at-bat. The 1-0 pitch from Smith is swung on and nubbed out towards the mound. Cruz fields it, or excuse me, Smith fields it, throws it to third to get Nasanti, the lead runner. So it'll be a fielder's choice for Daniel Cruz. Nasanti retired at third base. Still runners on first and second, but 2 outs now for the Copperheads.
Yep, just a ground ball right back. Smith does a smart job, throws it over to third base, gets the out, and now just 1 out away from putting the inning to rest.
So now Sebastian Fabic with runners on first and second and 2 outs will try to keep this inning alive. First pitch into him misses low for a ball, 1-0. As just thinking back to yesterday, what Fabic did in the 9th inning of that game, launched a 2-run homer.
First pitch, too.
As a 1-0 pitch, big swing by Fabic, but he fouls it back behind home plate. Evens up the count at 1. As he's just been the guy that the Copperheads have looked for this summer in the offense. 1-1 pitch from Smith is swung on and roped deep out into center field. Going back to center fielder Burlingame, but he will line it up and make the catch. Strong contact from Fabic, but unable to find some outfield grass. And the Copperheads are finally set down in the 9th inning, not before they add on 2 more runs to their lead. It's 12-3, as they're just 3 outs away from a victory in the bottom of the 9th inning. You're listening to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. You will be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with the free complimentary breakfast, high-definition television in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi. In addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens, live the life. Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at jackios.com. Instagram or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room in Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side. Locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors. And be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brands designs, develops, and markets hardworking boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit, and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do.
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
Bottom of the 9th, Copperheads 3 outs away from taking the first 2 games from the Richmond Jazz as the first pitch is swung on and popped foul behind home plate. Scott Combs didn't have enough time to get back there to reach it as it hits the backstop. 0-1 the count as Jacob Ladley's day is finally over. He goes 8 innings, allowing 8 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. A walk and 2 strikeouts in line for the victory as the Copperheads hold a 12-3 lead here in the 9th inning. Replacing him is Mason Sousley at a Glen Oaks Community College, making his second appearance with the team this summer. The 0-1 pitch is swung on a chop foul by the batter Steitler, and he'll be down in the count 0-2. But Sousley, bit of an inflated ERA. He's only pitched an inning, gave up 2 runs, both of them earned on 1 hit and a walk, facing 5 batters. ERA at 14 currently. As the 0-2 pitch to Steitler, swung on, he just gets a piece of it foul, hits off, looked like the umpire Fisher behind home plate. Count remains 0-2.
Good position for Sousley to be up in right here. 0-2, build up the confidence, get the first out, and then continue working through the inning, put the Copperheads, give them their victory here today.
0-2 pitch swung on and foul, tipped into the glove of Scott Combs for the strikeout. Sousley gets his first strikeout on the summer with the team. One away now in the bottom of the ninth.
Nice pitch from Sousley. Got him swinging high. Swung right through the pitch. First out. And Copperheads just 2 more outs away from getting their 3rd straight win. But it's been total performance today for the Copperheads. They just piled it on through the middle innings, jumped out to an early 1-0 lead, and have continued just to hit and hit.
Now the first pitch in the Hatfield from Sousley is swung on and grounded hard foul up the third baseline. 0-1 the count. But as you mentioned, Connor, just a complete effort. The pitching, the hitting, the fielding, it's all been there today for the Copperheads. And that explains the 12-3 current result as the 0-1 pitch swung on a pop foul over top the press box. And the count will be 0-2 now. As Sousley has Hatfield down in the count, 0-2. The pitch swung on and looped out into shallow right field. Backing up is a second baseman, Gammon, to make a nice play on the back pedal. Sousley comes in, retires the first 2 batters he faces, 1 out away from the victory.
Just what the Copperheads needed from Mason Sousley. Pitch to contact, get your outs, and get back to the hotel with the win.
As one of our 2 hotel stays this summer for the Copperheads. That's, of course, up in Canada. If you follow the team all year, you knew I wasn't on that trip.
Yeah, I missed you on that trip.
But we are here for this road trip, which is all that matters. First pitch into Noah Suarez, misses up high for a ball, 1-0. I'd say this game means a little bit more than that game in Canada did, too, as well.
A little bit. It was a little bit.
So I'll take it.
It was a better game here today than it was up in Canada. Better press box, too.
1-0 pitch is a check swing from Suarez, and he makes contact with it, fouls it back behind home plate. Will even up the count at 1. But the Copperheads, as we've been saying throughout these last 2 broadcasts, just handle your business here and you will find yourself a playoff spot. And so far, the first night they were able to do it, and they're just an out away from being 2/3 of the way there to their goal. The 1-1 pitch into Noah Suarez will catch the zone on the outside part of the plate. And now the Richmond Jazz are down to their final strike in this one. So a 1-2 pitch, 2 away in the 9th inning. 12-3 Copperheads lead. Here's the pitch from Sousley. Swung on and lined out and off the glove of the shortstop Glasser in the hole between third and short. And that will get into left field for a single. It would have been a heck of a play from Glasser if he was able to stop that one on the backhand, but tips off his glove. And the Jazz will get another at-bat in this one.
Unfortunate ahead of the count. Just gave up the single, and no more damage done by that. But top of the lineup will come through. See how Sousley will fare against Zach Giroux.
Well, Giroux in the leadoff spot has struggled in this one. 0 for 4. First pitch into it misses inside for a ball, 1-0. As it's 12 runs on 15 hits, 3 errors for the Copperheads, 3 runs on 8 hits and 2 errors for the Jazz. In this one, 1-0 pitch into Giroux. He swings and grounds it towards the shortstop. Glasser fields on the backhand, throw on to second for the force out. And the fielder's choice will end the ball game. Copperheads, they come into Richmond and win back-to-back ball games, and if they can win tomorrow, they will guarantee themselves a playoff spot in the GLSCL as Jacob Ladley comes in and pitches 8 strong innings, and the Copperheads bats were alive. They win this one 12-3 here in Richmond, Indiana.
Great day for the Copperheads. 1 win away from reaching their postseason aspirations, getting back into the postseason for back-to-back years, and just trying to reclaim their title that they got back in 2018, just a year ago. But for the Copperheads, Ladley coming in, did his job, went 8 strong, gave up 3 runs, but that doesn't matter. Copperheads brought the bats today, 12-3 victory. Great day at the plate by Sebastian Fabic. Everybody but one in the starting lineup got a hit. Just a complete day for the Copperheads. Great team win. Need one more.
And we'll be right back here at 7:05 tomorrow for Game 3 to see if the Copperheads can clinch a playoff berth against the Richmond Jazz, as still a 3-1 score between the Steam and the Settlers in the top of the 6th inning of that one. But we will have to see what happens in that game to figure out where the Copperheads will be heading this season. But for now, all they could do is focus on winning tomorrow. For Connor Mills, I'm Joey Medor signing off this broadcast. We'll see you here tomorrow at 7:05.